Let's see how buying and selling property at auction can be quick, easy, and simple. At Clive Emson Auctioneers, we don't just say this, we do it. Over the years, we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. With over 30 years experience and hundreds of years of combined knowledge, our excellent reputation draws interest internationally from thousands of potential buyers from all over the world. Our approachable family business works with over 700 estate agents who recognize us as one of the leading land and property auctioneers in the country. Property auctions made quick, easy, and simple. It's all we do. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers, selling with skill, speed, and efficiency.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to the second Clive Emson Property Auction Show. I'm here with Paul Bridgman, of course. Paul.
Hello, how are we doing? All right? Lovely morning.
It's a lovely morning, isn't it? It is hot, hot, hot out there, and we've got a lot of hot lots to get through today, haven't we?
Nice style that, yes, yeah.
I do try.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Once or twice. Now, Paul, July auction is going to be a big one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We've got 119 lots, all gone live just before the weekend, so everything's on the website. Please do take a good look at what's on there.
Please do. There is a link in the body of this broadcast as well, which will take you straight through to the Clive Emson website. Do give it a click. You can see everything you need there. And of course, it's running across the bottom as well. We are on YouTube as well, on the Clive Emson YouTube channel. Do subscribe as well, because a lot of content over on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, yeah. There's all the videos for all the lots that we've got, and you can have a good look at all of them. Yes, yeah.
Now this could be a cracker. We've got 118 lots. Yes, you heard me right. 118 lots to get through. So much as well. We've got my favourite garages as always.
You love garage.
We've got a fort as well. I don't want to give too much away. Stay tuned for that. We are going to be live, of course, for the next couple of hours. Now, before we get into our first guest, because we've got a number of guests coming up as well. Last time we did this show, we mentioned about your 5 golden rules. It's very important, and we are going to touch on them again now, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right. So if you're looking to buy property at auction, this is really what we recommend, that you take the time to watch and follow, as there's some critical information in there, because what last thing we want anyone to do is buy something they weren't expecting. So please take the time, have a look at this, and see you in a moment.
Hello, I'm Paul from Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers. I'm one of the auctioneers with the company, and we want to give you some tips on how to buy property at auction. The 5 golden rules to buying at auction. We're in the beautiful mid-Essex village of Turlin. And one example of one of the properties we've got in their current auction, the beautiful chapel here in Turlin, and we want to give you, as I say, a few tips on how to buy at auction, which should be the most open, transparent and fun way of buying land or property. So come inside and we'll give you some tips. Okay, so you found the area that you want to buy in. You've done all your research into areas and what you want to do with the property when you've actually purchased. So you see a property in the auction catalogue or online, and you say, that's the one for me. I really want to go and buy that property. Here's the 5 tips we should recommend you should be following if you want to buy a property at auction. Firstly, get all the property details. Download it from the internet, look at it online, and go and view the property. Inspect the property is a big important thing you need to do. You see a lot of people on Homes Under the Hammer who buy something and have never seen the property. Very risky. I would always recommend you in person go and look at the property if you can. Second point is the legals. Always download the legal pack, get your own legal advice on that legal pack. Get your solicitor to look at the pack, either send it to them or they can download it from our website also. Because really, that is everything you need to know about the property, and like I say, it's the most open and transparent way of buying a property. So everything about the property will be in that legal pack for you to have a look at. Next thing, do you need a survey? Do you need it for finance purposes? Do you need it for your own peace of mind? If so, then obviously you need to organise that survey before you come along to the auction to bid. So that is a really important point. You may not need a survey. You may be comfortable looking at the property yourself, have people you know who are comfortable looking at the property and can give you advice on it. But if you need a survey or you want peace of mind, do it before the auction. Because after the hammer's gone down on the day of the auction, you've exchanged contracts. You're legally bound to purchase that property. So if you then go and get a survey and you don't like the report that comes back, you're legally bound to still purchase that property and you've paid your 10% deposit. Fourth point is knowing the costs. Know the costs of what you're going to be involved with. Is it just the purchase price? There's also an auction administration charge, which is on a sliding scale depending on the price you purchase at. All the information will be available on the addendum and is available on our website and the catalogue also. So look into that. Also in the special conditions, which are in the legal pack, you will need to look at if there are any additional costs that you need to pay towards the purchase. Sometimes there are costs in there, so yeah, just have a look at that. That's quite an important point. But also in terms of knowing your own costs, what do you need to spend in terms of doing the property up, additional research work, anything that you might need to do to get to the end product that you actually want to end up with. As I say, so know those costs, work it all out, and be quite thorough and have a bit of flexibility in your budget too. The last thing really is to register for the auction. Our auctions are still online at present, so what you need to do is go to our website, click the register to bid button and follow the links through to and fill in all the information, including your identification documents, your credit or debit card details, your solicitor's details, and build your profile on the bidding platform. Last thing, auction day. Don't panic. Stick within your means, know what you want to pay, and as I say, really you just need to then follow the process and see it through to the counter down to getting to zero, or that hammer falling, and at that point you know you've purchased the property. And the one thing to remember is if you are the successful bidder, you've never overpaid for a property at auction. Unlike informal tenders or on the market, you don't know what other people have bid. At auction, it's open, it's transparent, you can see what the underbidders paid. And if you are the successful bidder, you know you've got it for one bid more than the underbidder. So congratulations at that point, well done, you're the new owner of a land or property. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions at any point during the process, best thing to do is give us a call, and we'll be only too pleased to talk you through the process a bit further and answer any questions you've got. Thank you.
Fantastic stuff there. 5 golden rules, very, very important, of course. And don't forget, if you are interested in finding out more about the July auction, don't forget, there's a link in the body of this broadcast taking you straight through to the Clive Emson website. Do give it a click.
Yeah, that's right. You can have a look at the website. If there's anything there that you want any more information on, please do pick up the phone and give us a call. You can ring us at any time. We're happy to talk to you. Of course, we are. Best number to reach us on is 0345 8500 333. Again, the telephone numbers are on the screen, I believe, and you can always give us a call and we can talk it through any aspect of auction, whether it be buying or selling.
Right, now I think it's time to get underway with the lots. Everybody's been waiting very patient. And we're going to start with a guest as well. Who have we got coming up, Paul?
Rob Marchant, who had a property in the last auction, not just one property, he had more than one. But he appeared on the last auction show that we did, and with a great lot that actually went on and sold really well. Possibly from someone who watched the show that we did, because before that they hadn't been seen on any of our documents.
So we'll take the credit.
We'll take the credit for that one. Yeah, absolutely. So Rob, we look forward to seeing what you've got for us today, and it is an absolute beauty. We had.
Let's bring it in.
Yeah, I'll let Rob talk about
there
it.
There it is. Hello, Rob.
I don't want to steal his thunder. Hello, Rob.
Morning, gents. I'm always slightly worried, Paul, when I hear absolute beauty and my name in the same sentence. It really doesn't hang together very well.
Don't do yourself down, Rob. Don't do yourself down. Good stuff. So, we had a fort in the Solent before, didn't we?
Yeah, I many years ago actually did a charity auction, which you'll know, Paul, is something that we get asked to do on a reasonably regular basis to go and help charities. And I went out to Spitbank Fort, which is one of the Solent sea forts, which anyone who's ever been across the Isle of Wight will have sailed past or certainly seen. Did the charity auction and went very well. And at the end of it, the owner of the fort came up and tapped me on the shoulder and said, I want to work with you. Might have a job for you. So we were very pleased to get instructions to off a Spitbank fort for sale, and ultimately went on to sell it. And that was a real interesting one. Spitbank fort is actually, I guess, sister is the right word to use, a sister fort of Gilkicker, which we've got in the current auction. Back in the 1860s, Lord Palmerston, the then Prime Minister, decided that we needed to beef up the defences in and around Portsmouth, which was obviously still is the home of the Royal Navy. So they commissioned 3 forts which were built out in the Solent, then a whole row of them along Portsdown Hill, and then down the western side to provide defence for the city, all down through Gosport. So there's a row of them at Fort Brockhurst and running on down, and Gilkicker, which we're offering for sale, was built on the peninsula, overlooking the eastern end of the Solent, with a semicircular firing arc out across that end of the Solent to provide some protection for the entrance to Portsmouth Harbour.
Yeah. Well, should we have a look at it? As it sounds pretty special. Let's have a look at Fort Gilkicker.
Okay.
Wow.
Stunning, isn't it? It's what a piece of architecture and a piece of history. So Rob, tell us more about it. I mean, about the actual history of it, and I know you obviously gave us an overview. Do you know what was it? Italians was stationed there, or?
No, sadly don't know that. I mean, it's not actually been in use by the military for a long time. I thought you were going to say I was old enough to be friends with some of the people that were based there, Paul, but sadly not. But no, it's not been in use by the military for a long time. It's lain in that sort of semi-derelict state for certainly as long as I can remember. And having grown up very locally to it, it's been like that. There was a radar mast on it until relatively recently, which the MOD had there for the access to and from Portsmouth Harbour, but that's gone. Right. But the earth, it wasn't built originally with that earth bank round the side. That was added just before the Second World War. The First World War. They realised, I think, that anything that was like to get fired at them was probably considerably heavier than the French cannonballs of the 1860s. So they added that earth bank to provide some additional protection. Indeed, at the site on Friday, we were looking round, and there's some concrete in various places around the fort, and it looks as if that was probably put up when the earth was added, and that's got a date in July 1911 added to it. So 110 years ago, people were carving that date into the concrete, and here we are 110 years on, offering it for sale.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it is a real piece of history. So no, I mean, I take you doing viewings down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the fort has got a major advantage of planning consent, which obviously is what this is all about, I think, to repurpose the fort and give it a fresh lease of life. So there's planning to convert the main part of the fort, the semicircular bit, that had 22 gun placements in it, which, as mentioned, were aimed out onto the east end of the Solent. Well, each of those 22 gun placements will effectively become a new 3-story house. And the port that the gun used to fire out of, or was aimed out of, I don't think they ever actually fired in anger, those will be reopened once the earth bank has gone. They'll be reopened up to provide windows and light, and of course stunning views out over the Solent. The large barrack block which goes across the back of the site, there's planning to convert that into 4 large apartments, which won't quite have the direct sea views, but they'll have a view over the golf course to the rear. And so yeah, it'll be an absolutely stunning development. The central courtyard will have parking and some sort of landscaping and the like. And as I say, once that earth bank's gone, it will reveal all the original granite bank and granite walls, and it really will be a stunning place to live.
Yeah, it certainly will. Yeah, I mean, what a location, what a building. I mean, it really is something that obviously it's going to be a heck of a project. But what we'd really love to see the finished article once it's done.
No, absolutely, and and I'm sure there'll be good demand for the homes down there. As I say, it's just such a stunning location, and it's not as if there's another block just 200 yards up the seafront where you can live. I mean, those views really will be unrivaled and unique, albeit shared by 21 others in the block. But those 22 new houses will have a view which, as I say, is pretty much unique. And anyone who lives in the Solent area will know that it's just such an interesting bit of water to look at. And the sea view is a sea view, and never to be sniffed at. But the beauty of overlooking the Solent is that you've got the Isle of Wight as a fantastic backdrop, and then all the Cunard liners and tankers, sailing boats, you name it. There's always something going on out there. It's always a very, very interesting outlook.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What a place to live that would be, though. Yeah. That's incredible. Now, Rob, we've got you on because you've actually got another property that we're going to go through with you as well. 65 Arctic Ride. Should we have a look at it first, and then you can tell us all about it?
Slightly different. I mean, you mentioned hot properties earlier. You'll see what I mean when you look at the video as to why I throw that reference in.
Let's have a look.
This is Rob Marshall from Clive Emson, Land and Property Auctioneers, and we're here in Arctic Road in Cowes on the Isle of Wight to look at number 65 Arctic Road, which unfortunately has been fire damaged, and as a consequence now makes an excellent project for new purchasers to come in and repair and restore, and then potentially either live in the house or add it to an income producing letting portfolio. So 65 Arctic Road, let's have a quick look at the street scene. Good residential area here, not too far from the centre of West Cowes. Shopping and obviously internationally famous yachting facilities. So let's head across the road and have a look at the internal accommodation. So as we head across inside, very obvious signs of the fire here as we go in. So this would have been the main reception room at the front of the house. Entrance hall running on down. The second reception room, albeit it appears that this one was in use as a bedroom at the time of the fire. kitchen. And not an unattractive view. Pick up some of the masts there on the Medina. Being set into the side of the hill, these houses in Arctic Road have a third story which is not immediately apparent from the front of the property. So here now on the lower floor we've got the bathroom, and in turn that's got a door running out to the rear of the building. And so arriving on the top floor, we've got the landing, bedroom here at the rear, which has got a very attractive view down towards the river. As we work along towards the front of the house, another bedroom here in the middle. Again, unfortunately, the very real evidence of the smoke damage from the fire. And then finally, in terms of the internal accommodation, we've got the remaining bedroom here in the front of the property. Good sized double with a view out over the front of the building out onto Arctic Road. So that concludes our tour of the internal accommodation. Let's head outside and have a look at the property from the rear. And so heading outside to the rear, there looks to be a long established pedestrian access into the rear garden. And here from the rear one gets a far better view of the size of the property, with that lower floor obviously not apparent from the front view of the building. So in summary, this is 65 Arctic Road.
There you go. That is 65 Arctic Road. There is a lot more to that video, but we did just cut it short there because there's quite a lot still to get through there, isn't there, Rob? Tell us about it.
No, we were almost to the end actually. It was just the rear view. Yeah, it just brings it home to, I think, when you see a house like that, how terrifying and awful an ordeal it must be to ever have a house fire like that. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. But as you'll see, the tenants have pretty much left everything in situ, and you can't blame them for not wanting to, to go back. But you often hear these stories about the way the smoke and whatever gets around the building. If ever you wanted to evidence it, and please, a good reason to be careful with naked flames. Just have a look at something like that, and it really does bring home to you the way that even a small fire, relatively small fire, can damage your property. That's a fantastic opportunity, that one, for somebody to get hold of that, restore it and put it back into use, either owner occupation or as a rental property. As we saw in the video, it's fairly close to the River Medina at the back there with all the boats, and of course Cowes is very famous as an international yachting centre. So yeah, really good opportunity, that one, for somebody.
No, that's it. I reckon the market in that area is going to be good as well, isn't it, at the moment? Property market.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Cowes is always popular. Cowes, of course, is split into two parts. We had one in East Cowes in the last property show. We did the block at Verdon House, which sold very well. You've then got the little chain ferry which runs across to West Cowes, where all the yachts and things, or more of them, are based. And as I say, that's where Arctic Road is. And as I say, really good opportunity for somebody to get their hands on that and restore it and get it back into use.
No, absolutely. No, it just emphasises as well the different types of lots that we have, coming up. I mean, that's so different to the last lot, which is so different to the next one we'll show. I mean, everything in the catalogue is so individual. It's very rare you get, a standard 3-bed semi on an estate, isn't it? I mean, there's such a varied collection of property in this catalogue.
Well, we're very fortunate, Paul. I think you and I are doing this job in that you never know from one day to the next whether it's going to be another lock-up garage, a strip of grass verge, or fire damaged house or Victorian fort. We're so fortunate to see the variety of properties that we do. And no, you're absolutely right. There's a real good mix and cross section in this catalogue. And I think, as Clive used to put in his write up from time to time, something for most tastes and pockets, I think. So hopefully that's going to be the case this time round as well.
No, that's it. I mean, I think that's a great introduction to the show today, Rob. Thanks for showing us those two lots. We're going to crack on with a quick snippet of a few more. And I wish you well with those, and it'd be great to see them featured on Homes Under the Hammer, wouldn't it?
It would indeed, yes. Yeah, I think Gill Kicker might need its own episode, but we'll leave that to them.
Feature length. We'll do a film, shall we?
Indeed, yes. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Rob.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, we'll get into some of the features. I just want to talk about that fort again. My word, could you imagine owning that? I mean, what a development opportunity!
I know, yeah, absolutely brilliant. It's such an opportunity to make something a real statement building. It'd be absolutely fantastic. I mean, I love bits of history like that.
Yeah.
Which when you see them converted, I mean, you see some of the catalogue lots we've got coming up later. Churches and that sort of thing. They always make stunning conversions.
Oh, don't they?
Absolute justice.
Well, you know me from the and actually, this is one of the reasons why I've really enjoyed doing this, because you're right. It's so true. There is such a range. It's a wide range of properties going up, and land as well. Land, and of course, I'm a big fan of garages. Right, let's get into the lot images, shall we? We've got our next guest coming up soon, but not yet. We're going to move into the first set of lot images. So, lot number one.
Start at the beginning.
Let's have a look. 28 Zealand. Let's pop it on screen.
Zealand Road. Yeah.
Here
we go. Yeah, we've got a 2-bedroom house for improvement. Freehold house. Standard sort of 2 up, 2 down. Really, it's nice little cottage. It looks like it needs a bit of life breathing into it, but great one to start with, I think.
It's actually quite cute, that, isn't it?
It is. Again, red brick cottages are always popular.
Yeah.
Popular. No matter where in the country they are, they're always popular.
All right, let's move into lot 2 then, shall we? 93 Windsor Road. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah, and this kind of goes to the other end of the spectrum, really. Yeah, it's a very individual looking place, but recently refurbished. So again, it sort of breaks the myth that everything at auction is a rundown property or something that needs work and has problems. No, I mean, quite often, a lot of what we sell is perfectly good property. It's not necessarily ready to move into because everyone wants to put their own stamp on something. But as I say, yeah, it really does vary in condition as well, not just.
It's eye-catching, isn't it? It is very eye-catching.
It is, yeah.
Very nice indeed. Yeah. Right, let's move into lot 3, shall we? This is 34 Southall Court.
Yeah, in Middlesex, runs from North London Way. Guide price 115,000. Leasehold residential investment, so it's a flat with a tenant in situ. Currently producing £4,536. So not great rental incomes. However, as I say, I believe it's one of the older style regulated tenancies. So again, in time, I imagine once that does become vacant, the capital value have increased greatly from 115,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in that location.
Right, let's move on to lot number 4 now, because we have some of my favourite garages. They're the first set of garages of the day. Hopefully not the last.
No, I'm sure it won't be. We always have a good number of garages because they make great little investments. Either if they are let already, but if they're not, someone might want to keep a classic car in there or let it out to local residents. And again, they're a pretty hassle-free investment, really. It's not requiring a great deal of maintenance, and people can use them obviously for storage or putting a car in. Yeah.
Super. Now, I will say, actually, just whilst we're cycling through these, if anybody has a comment, we can see your comments, so please do comment below. If you're the best place to actually have your say is actually at the Clive Emson Auctioneers YouTube channel. If you comment there in the live chat section, we can show it on screen. However, if you do comment on Facebook or on Twitter or on Twitch or on LinkedIn, do comment. If you have a question about any of these properties, want a little bit more information, do get in touch with us, or alternatively, of course, you can just head over to the website. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. Do give it a click, get all the information you want. But if you have a question for us live, please do, of course, unless, of course, you're watching the repeat. But we're live right now, of course, so please do comment below. Let's move on, shall we? Lot number 5, then, 12 Marine Court. Let's have a look at this. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a commercial investment this time, £75,000 plus. It looks like a pizzeria there, which is it looks nice.
Like a pizza.
Yeah. Okay, well, we know where we're heading after the show. Currently bringing in £11,000 a year. Nice little investment, that. Good guide price as well. Good rental yield.
Absolutely. Now, we're not going to jump on to 6, because that's one of our feature properties.
No, let's go straight. Talk to us about that one later.
Let's go straight to lot 7, and this is garage on the south side.
Yeah. Okay. Again, it seems strange to say that garage is cute. I know what you mean. It's you don't often see a little garage like that, just with a window and a side little door. So who knows what maybe a little cottage industry business could go.
It could nice little office.
Subject to all the necessary consents and all that, but you never know. That's the kind of beauty of auctions, isn't it? It's that people look at things and everyone has a different view of something. So you could look at that and think, oh, just put your car in it, or you could look at it and think, well, that might make I don't know the location in person, but it might just make a little sandwich shop.
Just quickly on that, talking about planning permissions and things like that. If somebody does have a question, is that something you guys can help with?
We can certainly help, or if we can't, we can certainly put you in touch with the right people. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Right, lot 8. Let's have a look at this. This is 10 St Dunstan's Road, or I'm not sure actually, but it looks nice.
Dunstan's Road, it's a big property. It's a
big
semi-detached house. This one, 5-bedroom semi-detached house. Great location in Ware, Hertfordshire. Very popular location. Nice looking property really. Needs a little bit of improvement, but I think that'll be a great one. All these properties, or most of these properties, are available for viewing, and you can book in for viewing on the Clive Emson website. Just go to the property. There'll be a button to click. You need to just register your details, and you can log in to have a look at pretty much all of these properties.
Fantastic. Lot 9, we're not going to touch on that because that is one of our feature properties. But lot 10, it says here it's a movable house. How good is that?
It's a movable house.
You do get all sorts.
Prefabricated 2-bedroom building. We had one of these a few years, about 5-6 years ago actually. It was at Bentwater Aerodrome, and it was. So we're not actually selling it a freehold or leasehold title. So it's not land as such. It is just almost an asset. So someone could pick that up, put it on the back of a low loader, and put it somewhere,
anywhere,
where subject to all the necessaries. But
I'd love to look inside that. Actually.
It's the one we had before was it was like a show house. In fact, that's what they actually used it for. They put it on a new homes development, and it was the show office, and it gave a sort of idea of the fixtures and fittings they have in the new homes.
Absolutely. Right, now we let's take that image down because we are going to move on to a couple of feature lots now, aren't we?
We are, yes.
We might have a guest coming in. Richard Payne is not actually here yet, is he? However, whilst we wait to see if he can come in, if he can't, don't worry, because we do have some nice videos to show you as well. So let's have a look at the first feature lot. This is flat 4, 32 St John's Road. Let's take a look at it, shall we? And if we can get Richard, we will. If not, you can tell us about it.
I'll do your best. size flat that covers the whole first floor of the building. So yeah, I mean, you saw the condition from the video.
Yeah.
Beautiful, great views, bay-fronted windows. Yeah, so no, it's a stunning looking property.
In fact, I can probably show you there. There's the front image of it
Yeah,
again.
that's right. Yes,
I mean, do we know what it's going under at?
Yeah, guide price is 215 to 225,000. So yeah, looks reasonably good value at that. And not only do you get that, you got the garage, let's say you got all the communal grounds and that sort of thing. And it's actually was a 999-year lease from 2005. So there's plenty of years left on that.
You don't need to worry about that, do you?
And you also will own a share of the freehold as well. So you'll be able to be involved with any decisions in terms of maintenance going forward. So that's a really good thing.
Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, Richard's not going to be with us, but he does have another feature lot that we're going to have a little look at now.
Yeah.
This is 27 Lower Rock Gardens in Brighton. Of all
Brighton,
places.
yeah,
I
and
think we
again,
know it's going to be nice.
always a popular location, Brighton.
Let's take a look at it. There you go. That is 27 lower rock gunners. What do we know about that, Paul?
Okay, this one is a boutique guest house consisting of 14 ensuite bedrooms. So great opportunity there for someone to create a fantastic business. I mean, it's just back. Really, in that you can make a really good business. I mean, obviously, location. Brighton's always popular for tourists.
Sea views as well.
Well, it's not direct sea views. You perhaps got to crane your head a little bit to the side.
Just about.
But yeah, I mean, you can see from the photographs in the catalogue and on the website that you can see the sea.
Walkable to the beach. That's all that matters, really. I mean, that will be. I imagine that would be quite sought after. Won't it? I mean, a huge long-term business opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, so there may be other opportunities that to develop to create residential. Who knows? I mean, obviously you need to go through the planning with Brighton and Hove City Council. But yeah, as I say, I mean, in terms of its location, Brighton's so accessible by train, by car. It's one of those great destination places, isn't it? Where you can go and have a really good weekend away.
Absolutely fantastic. As we said before, we will keep repeating it because people come in and out of the show. If you do want to find out any more about these lots, this is for the July auction. Goes live on the 26th.
It goes live. It's live now in terms of the lots are all there for people to see, and the auction date finishes on the 28th of July. But a couple of days prior to that, on Tuesday the 26th of July, we go live for bidding. We're going to do a short show before then, just to introduce it to the bidding and how to make sure you are you're all registered and ready to go. But yeah, as I say, they will be live for bidding from the 26th. The auction date will finish on the 28th, and you'll be able to bid during those times.
Do register your interest. Head over to the Clive Emson website. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. It's also running across the bottom. Or give us a call.
That's right. Yes, yeah. Any of the team are available to speak to you. So give us a ring on 0345 8500 be only too pleased to talk to you about this or any other properties, and give you. Whilst we can't give you, legal advice, we can't give you financial advice. We can certainly talk to you about any of the properties. Any question you want to ask us, nothing's off limits. Please do give us a ring, and we're only too pleased to talk to you. And that's we're talking about this one. Obviously, there's a great property there to see. The legal packs for all the properties. You can download the legal packs for all the properties that we're offering from our website directly. So on the website, you can book in for viewings. You can register to receive our newsletters. You can register for bidding at the auction events. And also, let's say, download the legal documents. Now, the legal documents are provided by the seller's solicitors. They're not something we produce, but they're there for all people to see who might be interested in the property to have a look through. So you then know everything about the property when you're there wanting to bid.
Perfect. If you have a question at all about anything to do with the July auction or anything to do with auctions in general, do comment below. We can see your comments. It's important to get these things right, isn't it, Paul?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I mean, it's very important to get everything right in terms of what you're doing. And we're going to have a little discussion piece later between 1:30 and 2 about why should you buy at auction. And again, there's some great examples of why you should buy at auction, but I'll save that for later. Come and join us. Come and join us between 1:30 and 2. And again, if you've got any questions during that little segment, don't hesitate to drop us a line via the YouTube channel. You can put your comments in there. We can see them. Please be kind, and so we'll answer any questions you've got. Absolutely.
Superb. Right, now let's carry on with some lots. This is what people want to see, isn't it? We want to see all of the lots going.
No,
I don't want to see it. Well, maybe you, certainly not. Let's have a little look. Let's move on to lot number 11 then. This is flat 2, 122 St James's Street.
Newport on the Isle of Wight. Yes, it is. Guide price of £75,000 to £80,000. Town centre flat for investment. Currently let. So you've got a tenant in there in place at the moment. A good little investment, producing £6,000 per annum.
Okay, very nice indeed. Let's move on to lot number 12, shall we? Flat 4, the residences.
Yes, the residences, Caves Court in Dover. Flat again for investment, £70,000 to £75,000 guide price here. Currently let, producing £5,520 per annum. Again, a little flat there for investment.
Nice, very nice indeed. Lot 13. This is we've spoken about this before actually in June. The ground rents. Just explain that to anybody watching now.
Freehold ground rents. These are a particular kind of investment that aren't for everybody. but they can be very worthwhile. They can be very lucrative, whilst the incomes don't particularly high in the short term. For example, this one, ground rents, it's Taldua place. There you go. You can pick me up on that later. Guide price of £20,000. It's producing £1,320 per annum. So that's the ground rent payments that are coming in. Now people look at that and think, well, am I getting a property for £20,000?
Yeah.
Well, you are, but you're not. You're not getting one of the flats. You're not getting that. What you are buying is the freehold interest of that building. When someone has a lease, they don't particularly own anything other than the right to have their lease of their property within your building. So when you own the freehold, you own everything. Effectively, they've got a crude way of putting it, everything from heaven to hell. So everything below the ground, for everything for the airspace above.
How high does that airspace go?
Don't get technical. As I said, heaven to hell. Let's leave it there. And where that stops and starts, no one knows. But yeah, no, these are a great investment. But they're not for someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. They do require a bit of understanding, because it is your responsibility to maintain and insure the block normally, and you can recoup that charge through a service charge that you charge to each of the leaseholders. And then on top of that, the ground rent investment is basically the ground rent payment that the leaseholders pay to annually, usually, to have their flat in your building.
Fantastic. Right, let's move on to lot 14, shall we now? And
over to Hastings this time.
Yes,
14, interesting looking building, this one. So you've got a freehold town centre property with planning permission for 7 flats. It's already been applied for and been granted. Details are all on the website. You can have a look there. But yeah, no, really interesting looking building there. Guide price of £360,000. I think that could be a nice little
Manhattan, is it the Flatiron building, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Not quite, but yeah,
not quite Manhattan.
The Hastings equivalent.
The Hastings equivalent.
Yeah, so that was introduced to us by Meridian surveyors who are joint auctioneers on this one, and we do an awful lot with joint auctioneers. In fact, we work with over 700 estate agents across the south of England, from Essex all the way down to the West Country, and so that we assist them with auction services for their clients, and because they know they can trust in what we're saying and the actions that we take to get the best price for their clients.
Superb. Right, let's move on to lot 15 then, shall we? 20 Lurkins Rise.
Yeah, Lurkins Rise in Cranbrook, 3-bedroom semi-detached house, guide price of £250,000 plus. It's a nice looking property. That 3-bedroom semi-detached. Again, nice location. So.
Good stuff. Lot 16 then. Penavon, if I said that right, Penavon.
Penavon, yeah, in Redruth, yeah, Cornwall. As I say, we cover all the way down to the West Country, all along the south of England, and we go slightly further north as well now. But as I say, primarily they were our core areas along the south of England. It's a detached bungalow, central location, guide price 150 to 170,000. A lot of people think that the prices in Cornwall are going to be really high, and in certain areas, yes, they are. But this can get some really good property for not huge amounts of money down in Cornwall in places.
Absolutely right. Lot 17 is 11 to 15, or is it?
It's 11 to 15, which is just the odd numbers of Ashford Road. Yeah, lovely looking building, the old weatherboarding. Freehold investment, 3 shops, plus residential on the residential ground rent as well, the flat above, which is sold off on a 999-year lease. So you're not actually getting the benefit of that, just the actual ground rent income. Yeah, nice looking property. Guide price 240 to 260.
Right, we're going to piggyback then. Lot 18, I think we're going to like this one. The Barn, Stanford Lane. Let's have a look.
Stanford Lane in Headley, Hampshire. Commercial barn for refurbishment or development. Might need a bit of love by the look of it, but let's say fantastic structures these, and they always create good interest. So I think something like that is always going to be a great auction lot.
Brilliant. Let's keep going.
Guide price, because the guide price on that one just 185 to 195,000. Again, you saw Rob earlier. Rob's been looking after that one, so I'm sure he'll be only too pleased to talk to you.
Fantastic. Lot 19 and 16, Elm Fields.
Yes, Elm Fields. We've got a semi-detached house with countryside views. It looks like it's been extended at some point on the road there as well. Looks reasonable condition, might need a bit of improvement, but yeah, like I say, it's right on right on the edge of the Romney Marsh area, and just off of Swamp Road, which sounds inviting. But yeah, as I say, it's a nice looking property. That, and those sort of houses, again, always good sellers, always good renters. I think, especially in that location with the countryside views as well.
Fantastic. Let's keep going. We're going to go all the way to lot 32 in this section. Let's move on to lot 20. I know our next guest is ready and raring to go. John, just bear with us. We'll be with you shortly. Lot 20 then, here we are.
Yeah, lot 20 is a freehold development site, 4 townhouses. Again, it's not a totally descriptive photo, that one, but if you go to the website, you'll be able to see elevations of the planning permission that's been granted for the townhouses. But there you've got a guide price of £350,000 plus. It's in Bitton in Southampton. Again, Rob's your man on that one if you want a bit more information.
Fantastic. Let's move to lot 21 and 1 Dover Street.
1 Dover Street, Maidstone. Yep, it's an end terrace property, currently arranged as flat and a masonette. So you've got the 2 entrance doors there at the front of the property. Guide price £240,000. Be interesting on that.
Great, we're going to jump straight to lot 23 here.
Yeah.
Lot 22 is, we've already touched on that Atlantic Road. So let's move to lot 23, shall we? This is land and disused quarry.
Yeah, freehold land and disused quarry.
We do get all sorts.
We do indeed, in St Austell. Guide price just £27,500 plus. Again, the West Country office there have come up with a great lot. Got a couple of ponds on site as well, by the look of things. So, who knows what you could create there? It could be something very exciting.
Right, we're going to skip lot 24 as well and go straight to 25 because lot 24 is one of our feature properties.
John,
25, here we are, land at Chadwell Clinic.
Yeah, land at Chadwell Clinic. This one's actually been brought to us by Thurrock Council. So we've got a freehold parcel of land, formerly the site of Chadwell Clinics, unsurprisingly, looking at the address. Guide price here of $225,000 to $250,000. Site measurements, just under a fifth of an acre. But yeah, as I say, there was clearly a clinic formerly on that site. It's got access from the road. Who knows, you may be able to create something quite special.
Yeah, you certainly can, can't you? Lot 26 then, 70A Cavendish Place, Eastbourne.
Eastbourne, yeah, we're back to Eastbourne there. Freehold residential investment, currently bringing in a rent of just over £12,500 per annum. So again, it's got a number of flats there. Nice looking property.
Yeah, it certainly is. Right, let's keep going, shall we? Lot 27, then this is 439 Canterbury
Street in Gillingham, yes. Yeah, you got a large house for refurbishment. Some of the fittings in there are a little bit dated, might need a bit of upgrading. But this one we've been instructed on behalf of executors. Guide price £250,000 to £260,000. You've got 4 bedrooms there. Good property to get stuck into.
Nice indeed. Lot 28, move to the ground rent.
Freehold ground rent. Guide price £24,000 to £26,000, that kind of region. Currently bringing in £1,400 per annum. That's an investment down in Folkestone.
Very nice indeed. Lot 29 and 14 to 16A, South Undercliff.
South Undercliff in Rye, that's right, East Sussex. We have a garage and flat above, which is all in need of repair. Guide price £140,000 to £150,000. Have a look at the website. There's some auctioneer's notes on this one as well, and further information. So have a look at that one. But a great opportunity, that one. It looks like it needs some gardening doing.
It does, but when that's done,
that's going to be stunning. Yes, so you get a lot of possibilities there.
Right, let's move into lot 30, shall we? And we've got more garages.
Lot 30, another pair of lock-up garages.
Emerald view and the emerald by paint job as well.
That's right, yeah, lovely emerald garage doors. And so you've got a pair of lock-up garages. They're freehold as well. Vacant possessions. There's no tenants or anything. Guide price on these ones just 11 to 13,000. So they're coming in at a good guide price there. So I think they will attract really good interest.
Superb. Just 2 more to go before we bring our next guest in. Lot 31 is 8 to 12 High Street.
High Street, yeah, in Street, funnily, in Somerset.
Yes.
So you've got freehold investment. and again, brought to us by George Auctioneers there, Tor Estates. You've got a number of flats, all bringing in an income of just under £18,000 per annum.
Superb. And lot 32 to close out this little section 1, Parsonage Cottage. This is going to be nice.
Yeah, the street up Stoke in Rochester. Semi-detached cottage, again, lovely looking property there. Brought to us again by our joint auctioneers, this time Stratton Parker. Guide price 300 to 320,000. Really nice one to finish the little section here.
Fantastic, good stuff. Let's take that image down now. It's time for another feature lot. I'm delighted to say we do have a guest. John Stockley is waiting in the wings, so let's bring him up. Here he is.
Good afternoon, Jim. How are you?
How are we doing?
Very well indeed, thanks.
Were you over in Maidstone?
Oh, it's hotting up here, no doubt.
And that's just the phone since we went live on Friday.
It is indeed. Yeah, it's been very busy.
It has, yeah, busy morning so far. Right, okay, we're going to have a look at the property that we've got coming up. I'll ask you to introduce it in a moment, and then we'll have a chat about it afterwards, if that's all right, John.
Yeah, no problems at all. This is 77 Park Avenue in Gillingham, Kent. Big semi-detached house, been unoccupied for probably about 10 years now, and we're selling on behalf of executors. So it's a really typical residential property, something that's appealing to people who want to refurb either for themselves because it is a good location, or resell, or maybe rental prospect. So it's going to be attractive to lots of the market, I think.
Fantastic. Let's take a look. There we go. John, tell us more about that. It looks a great.
There's plenty to get your teeth into. I did tidy up before I took the video, in actual fact, but I don't think that came across too well. It's been in the family. It's been in the same family for many, many years, and it's sad. Like many of the lots that we have instructions, it's sad to see them in this kind of condition. But a lot to get your teeth into, and it's a good area, and it will do very well, I'm sure.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about the area. Obviously, they're in Gillingham.
Well, it's Upper Gillingham, which is a more expensive Victorian area where there was better money spent on semi-detached houses rather than lots and lots of terraces. There's a good retail zone quite close by, and there's good links to the motorway that takes you up to the Blue Water shopping centre, and the motorway up to London and Ebbsfleet. So it is a good location there.
Yeah, and from Ebbsfleet you get the fast train into London as well, don't you, from Ebbsfleet?
You get into St Pancras from there. But the main line station at Gillingham is a very good commuter station. The high-speed link that ends up at Ebbsfleet goes through Gillingham as well, as does the Victoria line. So it's always been a good commuter location.
Yeah, and of course to the continent as well from Ebbsfleet.
Yes, you can go the other way and out to France and beyond.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, if you bought this property, why would you want to go anywhere else?
Indeed. It is a good location. It's interesting because there are 3 or 4 streets of very similar houses there that were all built at the same time. And I think actually it is designated a conservation area. Some of the houses down there have actually had another bedroom put in the roof by going up another stairs. So there's lots of hopefully ways where you might be able to expand the space there and make even more of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And in terms of outside space, is there much in the way of garden there as well?
You didn't come through on the video, I'm afraid, Paul, but there is quite a decent sized garden there at the back, and with a side passage as well. So you better get in there and clear it all pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, excellent, good stuff. No, it's really, really nice property, and guide priced at 280 to 290,000. Looks a really good opportunity, that one.
It's certainly priced to give them the best chance of selling it, and I think, as I said before, I think it will do very well. It's the sort of thing that we don't get off. There aren't many properties in that location that are going to come to auction because people spend good money on the houses and keep them in good order. This is the one in the street that unfortunately hasn't been occupied for quite a long time.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier, is that that's kind of the great thing about a lot of the properties we see. Yeah, all right, they may look a little run down, but it's a great opportunity to breathe new life into areas, whether it's residential or commercial or high streets or whatever it might be. It's we see such great improvements into areas where we've sold properties at auction.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and people love the opportunity of being the first person that has the chance to put their mark on something. They'll take it back to brass tacks, start again, but they love the opportunity of doing that. They know they've done a good job. They also know they're going to end up with something that's exactly the way they want it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's great bit of information about the property there, John. What about yourself? How long have you been with the company? And
I'm a bit of a dinosaur, unfortunately. I've been here since we kicked it off in 1989. So how many years that is? 33 years. We've seen the market.
Clive on the straight and honest, yeah?
Sorry, Paul?
You kept Clive on the straight and honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun over a lot of years. We've worked hard. Yeah. We're very lucky that we have great reputation with buyers and sellers, and we've worked very hard to keep that reputation. And it's hard fought, but it
is, and that's it. It's exactly what you say there. We've got respect from buyers and sellers, and the buyers know they can't mess us around because of our reputation, and the sellers know we do an exceptionally good job for them. So like I say, it's built on that reputation, and a family-run company as we are. It's something very easy to lose, but we do a very good job at maintaining the standards that we put out there.
We've got a great team. We do have a great team across all the regions, all the offices.
Yeah.
The variety of things that we are lucky enough to be instructed on, where people are trusting us with their properties to sell. From Cornwall right up to where Norfolk, Cambridge, and London areas, all around the southeast, we get some amazing things to sell that are only going to come to the market once. They'll
That's
never
right.
be
Yeah.
in the form again, and the fact that we are trusted to deal with them is a privilege.
And I think not only that, they're people's biggest asset in terms of their monetary wise, but also it's the emotional attachment they have to a lot of these properties as well.
Yeah.
And it's managing and understanding people's emotions that are involved with the sale of the property too.
Yeah. Well, there are several properties that I'm dealing with in this auction that have been in the family, like this one at Gillingham, but they've been in the family for years. And now they've come to the time to be sold. And they do give a great opportunity for people. One of them is a commercial one, again in Medway in Chatham High Street. But they've been on these people's ownership for years and years and years.
Yeah, that's it. The area that you cover yourself, what sort of area in Kent do you look after?
West Kent. So if you draw a line down the middle, it's sort of everything west of the line from Medway down through Maidstone. So out towards Sevenoaks, meeting up with the M25. So it's West Kent down towards Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of different areas. Lots of different areas.
Sorry, that's right. You've got a real diverse mix of areas and locations.
Absolutely. Different value ranges, different property types, commercial, agricultural, rural areas. It keeps the grey matter working, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. If you've got a property that you want to sell, or you've got any inquiries or any questions you want to raise about this property or any properties in that area, John's the guy to speak to. Pick up the phone, give us a ring, drop us an email. We're only too pleased to give you any advice.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thanks ever so much for joining us, John. I really appreciate it.
Well, lovely to talk to you too. I hope it all goes well the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy the weather and don't get too hot.
We will. Take
Go
care.
have an ice cream.
See you, John.
Cheers.
Bye.
Right, good stuff there indeed. Ebbsfleet, good point. I actually went to Disneyland from Ebbsfleet.
Did you?
A lot easier, actually, from going into London.
So, there you go. Gillingham to Disneyland. What more could you want?
That's living a dream, isn't it? So right, let's move into some lot images because we do have our next guest coming up in about 15 minutes or so. He's going to be here in person, actually.
He is, yes.
Well. That's what we like. So let's move straight into lot 30.
Lot 33, yes. Here. So we've got a freehold statutory investment. So it's a property, like one I mentioned earlier, really, where we've got a regulated tenant. So one of the old style tenancies. The level of income still decent at £9,802 per annum. But it's property there in Cranbrook in Kent. Guide price £240,000.
Nice.
Again, yeah. But the long-term value, could see that one worth considerably more in the future.
Absolutely. Right, lot 34. Then this is Flatford Prospect Cottage.
Yeah, it's a guide price of £100,000. It's a flat in Truro. Again, nice-looking building, great views over the local area. Little internal photograph there in the details as well in the auction catalogue. But yeah, log on to the website and you'll be able to see all the information on that one. And Dave down at the West Country office there has done a great job getting that one, and I think especially a guide at 100,000.
Right, lot 35 then, 50 to 51 at Monckton Street.
Yeah, commercial property this one, two freehold cottages and a former convenience store. So it's good. A good mix of property. So it's on the Isle of Wight, a guide price of 180 to 200,000 pounds. Great little opportunity to have a not only property but also a shop running as well.
Brilliant, fantastic. Lot 36 then, land and building opposite Warren Wood. This sounds
interesting one. Yeah, you've got a couple of outbuildings there as well. You've got land and buildings just outside Maidstone. Guide price 100 to 110,000 pounds. Approximately, I've seen if we've got an acreage on this one. Approximately 1.4 acres. So quite a nice bit of woodland. Outbuildings. Yeah, again, thanks to Stratton Parker for the recommendation on that one.
Brilliant. Remember, do check all of these out. Head over to Clive Emson website. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. It'll take you straight there. You don't even have to type it out. If you do want to type it out, it's www.cliveemson.co.uk. Or give me a call. What's the number, Paul?
The telephone number to reach us on 0345 8500 333. You can reach us anytime during office hours. or if you're out of office hours, you want to send us an email, we'll always do our best to come back to you as soon as we can. So, yeah, but please do give us a ring, whether it's about any aspect of buying, selling at auction, registering, what to expect. Even if you think it's a silly question, no question's a silly question. You don't buy a property at auction every day. That's what we're here for. We're here to give you as much advice as we can.
Great, let's keep going then, shall we? A lot to get through. Lot 37 here, 64 Glimpsing Green.
Glimpsing Green in Erith.
Nice
Yeah,
name,
that's right. Yes, yeah. Vacant one-bedroom flat with garage. Guide price 180,000.
Brilliant. Right, straight into lot 38 then, shall we?
38.
24 miles.
Yeah, a little investment property here. So if you're looking for a buy-to-let, this could be your one. 95 to £100,000 guide price. Currently bringing in £8,160 per annum. So it's a flat there, second or top floor, one-bedroom flats, and nice little investment.
I'm looking forward to seeing this one. Lot 39, Chapel Cottage. You just know it's going to be nice, don't you?
Sounds idyllic, doesn't it?
Yes,
it is. Yeah, there you go. Great looking property. Freehold against statutory investment, so you've got a statutory tenant in there. Currently bringing in £6,318. Again, I'm sure there's a great backstory to that one. And Kevin, we'll see Kevin later, who's got a very eye-opening lot for us coming up next time. So we'll talk about that one a bit later. But yeah, Kevin will be able to help you on this one, give you the full backstory as well.
Superb. Lot 40 there, 93 to 95 Terminus Road.
Yeah, 6-bedroom masonette in a central location in
Eastbourne.
Yes, yeah, I think we had it actually in the last auction. So
recognise the cost though.
Yeah, that's it. You recognise the cost. Do you want a coffee? Is that what you're saying? That's a subtle way of asking. So yeah, no, guide price here of £210,000. Like I say, 6-bedroom masonette. You've got a remainder of a 150-year lease there. We started in 2004, so you've still got a good number of time left on that one.
Fantastic. Right, lot 41 then. Again, ground rents.
Freehold ground rent investment, yeah. Guide price of £40,000 to £45,000. Currently bringing in £2,400 per annum. It says flats 1 to 18, although 6 of the flats were actually sold off on a long lease, 999-year lease, back to the local authority as payment for the land to build the development on there. So whilst you get ground rent and service charge income on parts of it, the 6 flats you don't receive anything from because they're occupied by the council.
Rightio, now I'm very excited about this next one. We talk about a wide range of properties and land and whatever for sale. This certainly ticks that box, doesn't it? Lot 42, Collingham Water Booster Station.
Yes, yeah.
Let's pop that.
Water towers are something that we don't get a huge amount of, but yeah, we've been lucky enough over the last 4 or 5 years to have some really stunning ones. This one, guide price at just £5,000, occupying a freehold plot there, vacant possession. Sometimes they are let to mobile phone companies who put masts on them and that sort of things. You get the income from those. As I say, I mean,
good idea.
That's right, and quite often they are looked at with sort of grand designs. Ideas in mind. We had a property in a little village just outside Stansted Airport, which the council had given, I don't say approval for, but they're given a letter of comfort to say they would strongly consider a structure around this water tower that was being sold, and it would have been an absolutely stunning piece of architecture and a stunning building to live in with great views over the countryside. And again, something like this, it might offer fantastic views over the surrounding areas. So it could have a great future ahead of it. Right. A guide price of just £5,000 to add. So
not bad.
Yeah. So it's it could really be something that someone could even keep it, buy it in the short term and save for a rainy day, and then start thinking, what should I do with that in future?
Absolutely right. We're going to normally I'd actually move into the 5 golden rules video, Paul, but we do have our next guest waiting room, so let's work through some more lots. We will come back to that a little bit later. And now this is an exciting one as well. Lot 43 is a former substation.
Yeah, former substation. A guide price of 6,800 to 7,200. Quite precise guide price there.
Yeah, a lot on the screen.
It is. Yeah, you've got a little location plan there. So it's in Pilgrim's Close in Worthing, West Sussex. Guide price at 6,800 to 7,200, as I mentioned. You might be able to create some storage or something. Who knows? Again, you can't put a definite tag on some of these lots.
No.
That's the beauty of it. People have their own vision, their own views, what they want to do with these things.
Yeah.
Again, you've got to check with the local authorities or for these things, and make sure you can do what you want to do. There's access and all that sort of thing to sort out. But yeah, as I say, it's great little purchase.
Anything could be an opportunity, can it? Right, lot 44. Talking of opportunities, land at 2nd Avenue.
Yeah, land at 2nd Avenue in Gillingham. It's great parcel of land, but you've got the benefit of planning permission for 7 homes on this one. So guide price of £980,000 to £1 million. So yeah, there could be obviously some money to be made from the development there.
It certainly sounds it, and with permission in place already.
Yeah,
that's going to snap up, isn't it?
Well, you'd hope so, and it's quite a lengthy process to get a development together of that size. So yeah, all that process has already been gone through, and you look forward to a great new development there.
Fantastic. Right, lot 45, 75 to 77, New House.
Well, so, yeah, New House Lane. Although it doesn't look particularly new house, which is nice. It's a beautiful looking cottage there. Yes, yeah. Needs a bit of attention, as some of these things do. But it's a freehold statutory investment again. So another property there where we've received instructions from the trustees. We've got a statutory tenant in place. Currently bringing in £7,800 per annum on a guide price of £230,000 to £240,000.
Great. Right, lot 46 and 22 Trinity Square.
22 Trinity Square in Margate. It's a freehold block of 4 flats. A guide price here of £290,000 to £300,000. So yeah, you've got the photograph is a bit of a library photograph there. Unfortunately, came in rather late this one, so we had to rely on a library photograph. But again, I'm sure that'll be updated on the website fairly shortly. Yeah,
I wonder to be fair, if it looks anything like that. Anyway, it's
a stunning looking building. Yeah, really nice looking building. Yes, yeah.
Right now, lot number 47. This is fantastic, isn't it? Former St Paul's Church. Look at that.
Yeah, Clarence Street in Penzance, Cornwall. Yes, well, these buildings are always stunning. There's some internal photographs that you can see from the on the website, and there'll be a video there as well. But it's a really beautiful looking building, and as we've said before, these churches and chapels make absolutely stunning conversions. And this one has actually got planning permission for 3 dwellings. So they're going to be 3 big dwellings, but yeah, they're going to be beautiful with stained glass windows and those sort of things. Yeah, they make absolutely beautiful conversions.
That'd be a nice place to live. Right, lot 48, land south side of Bridgewater.
Yeah, that's right. Guide price of just £10,000 to £15,000. So you can 2 parcels of woodland just touching each other on the edge of a residential housing estate. It's overgrown. It's woodland. It's always popular. I mean, you're talking just over 1.8 acres. So it's quite a good chunk of woodland there. So these things always prove popular for people who just almost want someone to get away from it, and go and have a picnic in the woods.
Why not? Absolutely, why not? Indeed.
And a nice part of the world as well in Salisbury, Wiltshire.
Absolutely. Right, lot 49. We've got some garages and a drive. Is that right?
Yeah, garages. So we've got 2 vacant garages for investment. These are leasehold garages. They are on Shakespeare Drive in Westcliff-on-Sea. So down the South End Riviera, the Essex Riviera. Guide price £26,000 to £28,000. South End's really seen and of course become a city more recently, and as I said, really going through good transformations over recent years. You've got the train stations into London on 2 lines. You've got the Fenchurch Street line, Liverpool Street line, and of course the airport as well. And there's always good shopping and plenty going on down South End Seafront.
Fantastic. Right, let's move on then to lot 50. What have we got to
do? The building looks familiar because we've seen it before earlier in the auction. So we've got a town centre 2-bedroom flat. Again, currently let as the last one was. This one got a guide price of £80,000 to £85,000. Currently let at £7,200 per annum. So great rental investment there. Great yield as well.
Great. Let's move on to lot 51.
51. Another set of garages. Got a few garages in the area. Pick your favourite yet?
I like the Emerald one.
The Emerald garage, yes.
That's my favourite so far.
Okay, so we've got 4 lock-up garages and a little parcel of land to the front. So guide price of £45,000 to £48,000. Nice little site there. Again, great potential to either let them out to local residents or for storage. Yeah.
Great, let's go into lot number 52, Sharwoon. It's the detached bungalow.
Yeah, interesting looking property, this one. We've got the shutters, the fencing up around the outside there at the moment. Freehold with vacant possession. So you've got London Road in Amesbury, just outside Salisbury. So guide price of 190 to 210,000 pounds. Yeah, again, Rob, who we saw earlier, has been involved with this one, and got planning as well there for conversion to 4 studios or bedsits.
Wow, fantastic. Right, let's keep going, shall we? It's a lot 53. The cottage, I assume this is?
Yeah, the cot.
The cot.
The cot.
Oh, it is the cot.
Yes, yeah. The cot in Stanbury Court in Crediton, Devon. Property for complete refurbishment or replacement even. So yeah, got freehold with vacant possession. Guide price for a property there just £15,000. £15,000 plus. So that will generate huge interest. I'm quite sure of that.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Right, 2 more lots to go before.
Just got to add on that one. Sorry, that viewing on this one's not possible owing to the condition of it.
Okay.
So again, there's internal photographs and more information on the website. But yeah, please do have a look at that. Not one we're going to be able to get you inside, but again, I anticipate we'll have really strong interest on that.
I imagine so.
At that price, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably don't need to see it inside the that price. Here we go. Right, lot 54, Land Tank Hill Road. Oh wow.
Land at Tank Hill Road in Purfleet-on-Thames. So you've got a freehold parcel of land here, again, brought to us by Thurrock Council. Got a guide price of £250,000 to £275,000. Vacant parcel of land on 2 freehold titles, either side of the Mardyke River. The Mardyke actually flows into the River Thames as well, and it's all a bit overgrown. The south part sort of goes onto a housing development, and the north part there's some commercial units. So there may be potential, subject to all the necessaries, of course, for some alternative use there in future.
Superb. Right, lot 55 before we bring our next guest in. 62 High Street.
62 High Street, yeah, large commercial and residential property for refurbishment. Again, take a look at the website. Some great internal photographs is what you can expect there. Got a guide price of 170 to 175. But yeah, there's some great shots there of what it's like inside, and yeah, I think that could be made to look very nice indeed.
Absolutely right. So let's take that image down. I'm just going to move back to our first folder where all the videos are, because very shortly we are going to bring our guest in, aren't we? We're going to bring Russell Hawkes in it. We're going to have a look at 31 Palm Avenue in Sidcup. We'll go get him very shortly. Whilst we do go get him, I'll just wait for it all to load up, and then we will play out the video so we can have a little look. You had a good day so far, though?
Yeah, no, it's been really good, and I say a good number of people I've seen sort of tuning in as well. All the links from Facebook to YouTube to LinkedIn, Twitter as well. And we last show we had approaching 2,000 people view the show, which was really good.
We want more this time.
We do want more.
Absolutely. So if you're watching, do like, comment, share. Get this in front of as many people as possible. If you're on Twitter, head over to Clive Emson, retweet. If you're on Facebook, share away. We're also, of course, on YouTube. Do subscribe to the Clive Emson YouTube channel as well.
That's it, and we can see your comments. So if you've got anything you want to ask us, please do ask some questions, and we'll be only too pleased to answer anything you've got to throw at us. But yeah, no, as I said, that's exactly the reason we're doing these shows. We're doing it a little earlier this time, so that you can see all the lots we've got coming up. And we'll be doing another show just obviously in the lead up to the auction going live on the 26th. And that's something to point out. Is the auction's on the 28th of July, so later this month. It finishes on that date, but goes live for bidding on the 26th. And you'll be able to log on and bid on all the lots from that date, right through to the finishing times on the 28th.
Fantastic stuff. Right, 31 Palm Avenue. Let's have a little look at it, and then we're going to go get our guest, Russell Hawkes, who's going to tell us more about it.
obviously with a new application, there's a very good chance that obviously subject to all the necessary consents, that planning will be given there for extending on the side, like many of the other houses are on there.
Yeah, no, it's a freehold house.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's great potential. Obviously, it's got parking on the front.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's the off-street parking.
Yeah, there's a crossover there, so onto the drive, and then obviously, as you can see from the front garden, there's a potential there to maybe have an extra drive.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a really nice property and plenty for people to get their teeth into. Because, as I say, it's such a good area. Tell us a bit about the location as well.
Well, that part of Sidcup, it's very close. Well, I say very close. It's a very short walking distance to the town centre. Plus, you're quite close to access through to get onto M25.
Yeah.
So, on the fringes of Sidcup, but still within easy distance of local schools or the local shops.
Brilliant.
So,
well, I know we've had really good success on properties in Sidcup and
yeah.
surrounding areas in recent times, and selling for really, really good prices. So anyone who's looking to sell in the Sidcup area, give Russell a call. He's your man. He knows about it. Knows about the areas and the prices down there. So please do give us a call if you're looking to sell in future. But no, so this one I think is a great example of what goes really well at auction, and I think we'll see a good number of people queuing up to view this one. In fact, one of the properties we had in Sidcup, not at a similar price to this. I think earlier this year we had best part of 100 viewers. I'm not saying necessarily, I'm not going to put that, but I think that was towards the early part of this year or back end of last year. That was, it's a great looking property, and it's great potential for improvement in future. So we've seen this property. We've got a few more in this auction as well. And you've been with us now for nearly 2 years at the Essex office.
2 years.
Tell us a bit about yourself and the job you've been doing.
I still pinch myself 2 years in because working for Clive Emson is a fantastic organisation. So, I've been in property for 36 years, and I love auction. So
you don't look old enough to work.
I know. It's shown a little bit now, so I've had a fantastic time since you've had problems.
Brilliant. Well, I say you're doing a fantastic job, and I say the properties you brought to auction have done extremely well. So no, you've done great. So let's keep that continuing, shall we? And as I say, I just want to say thank you ever so much for joining us on the show today.
Fine. It's a great show. We've done really, really well. It's really good.
It's good. Like I say, we had 2,000 people view the show last time. I'm sure it's going to be more this time, and keep telling everyone to log on and watch and see the sort of we've got coming up. There'll be more like this, as the show goes on. So thanks, Russell. Thanks for joining us. We're just going to have a quick look at another video as to a little bit more about Clive Emson. We are the UK's leading independent regional auctioneer, and regularly in the top 5 auctioneers in the country, and regularly probably one of our best adverts, and great fun to be involved with. So now we're going to show that video now, and we'll get back to looking at some more of the lots. Thank you.
Let's see how buying and selling property at auction can be quick, easy, and simple. At Clive Emson Auctioneers, we don't just say this, we do it. Over the years, we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. With over 30 years experience and hundreds of years of combined knowledge, our excellent reputation draws interest internationally from thousands of potential buyers from all over the world. Our approachable family business works with over 700 estate agents who recognize us as one of the leading land and property auctioneers in the country. Property auctions made quick, easy, and simple. It's all we do. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers, selling with skill, speed, and efficiency.
Right, sorry everybody, I'm back. So sorry about that, Paul. Probably a good time there, Russell. Great to see there, isn't it? But we've still got an awful lot to get through. We've just changed up the order a little bit, so we're going to run through some more lots now. We're going to run through from 56 through to 66. So let's get straight into it. So lot 56. Let's have a little look at that. We'll just wait for that to pop up on screen. So lot 56 coming up. We've just got to juggle the studio around a little bit. And then we'll have it up. What have we got for lot 56?
Right, lot 56 is a double-fronted shop unit, so it's effectively 2 shop units in Cromwell Road in Grays. Guide price of £300,000. Had a good bit of success in Grays recently with other properties we've sold for Thurrock Council. This is another one for Thurrock Council, actually. It's a furnishing shop, as you can see. Good plot. There may be potential to create something different there, subject to all the necessaries, of course. Maybe go upstairs to create residential accommodation. Who knows? But yeah, so it's a double shop unit. It's been extended on the ground floor. There's an access road to the back as well. Again, have a look at the website. You'll be able to see some more information, more photographs on that one.
Superb. Right, lot 57, 22 Brunswick Square.
Brunswick Square in Herne Bay, Kent. So you've got freehold residential investment property, guide price of £260,000, and this one's bringing a touch over £24,000 a year. So it's currently let as an HMO, so house and multiple occupation. So you've got 6 letting rooms there, all bringing in an income.
Superb. Right, lot 58, Buxton Business Centre. This rings a bell.
Yeah, we had this in the last auction, but sadly was postponed from the auction in June. But it's back and everything's sorted out. So it's currently let, bringing in £1,860 per annum, but previously been let at a touch over 47,500. So great income driver there, good location, and it's one where I believe the owners were operating on site their business and they're looking to just sell and move on. But guide price there of 280 to 290. So great potential to not only bring in some great income on it, but maybe occupy one of the units yourself.
Absolutely. Now, lot 59 we're going to skip over.
Yeah,
well, actually,
it's worth
let's
looking at again.
Let's pop it up on screen again because let's just have a look at this. Is Fort Kilkick, of course. We were joined by Rob Marchant a little bit earlier. He took us through
something out of Star Wars, doesn't it? It looks like it's just landed.
It just doesn't look real. It's like there's a UFO in there or something.
Yeah, it's just stunning.
Yeah. Right, anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Just keep dribbling over.
Yeah, we keep dribbling over Fort Kilkick. Let's move on to lot 60, shall we?
60, so halfway through, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
End Terrace House for improvement, pretty standard looking End Terrace House. Dymchurch Road in Hythe, guide price of £200,000. Yeah.
Fantastic. Simple. Right, lot 61 then.
Yeah, freehold.
129.
Yeah, freehold ground rents. Park House, 129 Cheriton Road in Folkestone. Guide price £7,500 to £8,500. Currently bringing in £445 per annum.
Oh, okay, great. Lot 62 then. Maytree Paddock. This sounds very nice.
Yes. So we've got land with planning permission for a detached 3-bedroom eco house.
Oh.
Now, I know my best friend on this one is an architect, and well, he's not on this one, but he's an architect, and he loves these sort of things. That eco houses built from sustainable materials and all that sort of thing. And some of the things he's shown me over the years in terms of the builds and have been absolutely stunning. So this one it's land, it's a parcel of land, got a guide price at £225,000, but the planning permission's been sorted for this 3-bedroom eco house. So yeah, there's plans and everything on our website. So please do go and have a look.
Yeah, please do check them out. Website's right across the bottom, but as we said a few times already, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. You don't even have to type it out. It'll take you straight through to the website. You get a lot more information. Can't you? In fact, you get the full catalogue.
You get the full catalogue. You can download the catalogue. It's got an ebook on there as well. But all the lots are broken down to individually as well. And then you can log on, have a look at the photographs, the videos. You can book yourself a viewing to go and see the properties where there's viewing available, and also download or register to download the legal pack. So the legal pack is vital information. It's all the information you're going to want to see or take to your solicitor to have a look at. This isn't information that's provided by us. It's provided by the seller's solicitors, but it's all the terms of the sale. It's all the information, the history, and the title that you'll be buying. going forward.
Fantastic. Right, let's move on to lot 63, shall we? And it's a flat one.
Yeah, flat with garage in Old Portsmouth. So flat 122 High Street, Old Portsmouth. Guide price of 200 to 220. Looks a decent property inside as well from the photographs. So yeah, like I say, please do have a look at the website and get some more information on that one. And like I say, not everything we sell has to be burnt out or in poor condition. It's there's a lot of very good property there too.
Absolutely not. And let's have a look at next one. Lot 64, East Farm Cottages.
East Farm Cottage, yes.
Keld
Rummels Road, yeah, in Scalpy Nabs in Scalpy Scarborough, North Yorkshire. And so you've got a terrace of 3 self-contained holiday cottages, currently with a guide price here of £275,000. I mean, look at the views. You can't see it on there, of course, but the view I'm looking at.
Well, go over to the website. Go to Clive Emson's website and check the view out, because
the view from the garden is stunning over the Yorkshire countryside. So God's country, as they call it.
They do call it. I'm a Yorkshireman myself, and Scarborough, up Scarborough Way, very nice. My favourite seaside town. Actually.
Is it really?
It is. Yeah.
There you go.
Reason to go there. Right, lot 65, 286 Castle Road.
Yep, Castle Road or Castle, because there's no R in Castle. As my granddad always used to tell me.
I'm not a proper Yorkshireman, unfortunately.
You lost the accent, haven't you? Say what I like and I like what I say.
Exactly.
Please don't complain about my Yorkshire accent. Right, okay. A large property here, arranged as 3 flats requiring refurbishment. Guide price at 320 to 330,000 on behalf of his executors. This one, but again, yeah, nice big property there. Freehold with vacant possession. Currently split into 3 flats.
Right, lot 66 in Land Russet Way.
Yeah, land at Russet Way in Swanley, Kent. So just off the M25. We've got land with planning permission for 3 new homes. So parcel of land there. Guide price 350 to 360,000. But I say the hassle of getting the planning permission's already been taken care of for you. So it's a great opportunity for three new homes.
Superb. Lot 67 then, a bit more land as well.
Yeah, more land. This time in Tilbury, Quebec Road to be more precise. It's freehold land over two parcels of land, all on one freehold title. Guide price of 375 to 400,000. It was the site of a former youth centre owned by Thurrock Council. Now the youth centre has been demolished. It's a vacant, bare site, currently boarded up. It's got viewing windows, so you can go down and have a look. But there's also a sports court next door, which is part of it, and it's still in standing condition. And we were going to get on there and have a game of football, but if you're a Leeds supporter, I'm not inviting you.
I am a Leeds supporter, unfortunately. Right, lot 68, Unit 2, Newbury House.
So yeah, Newbury House, Exeter Airport Business Park, in Exeter, of course. Substantial office premises. A popular business park. Guide price at 350,000 to 400,000 pounds. Held on a 999-year lease on behalf of LPA receivers. It's a nice instruction, that one. Great office accommodation. Let's hope someone creates a great business from there.
I'm sure they will. We're going to motor all the way up to lot 77 here. So here we are, lot 70, 11 Ramsgate Road.
Oh, we'll jump one. We're at lot 69.
Oh, 69. Apologies.
That's all right,
apologies. 69. Yeah, I'm one ahead of myself.
Yeah, that's it. And St Leonard's on Sea, Marine Court.
What a one for me to have missed.
Well, it looks like an
race.
ocean liner, doesn't it? It's a great looking building. We've had a few of these over the last couple of years, and they've always sold pretty well. Currently let at £5,100 per annum, but a real sort of landmark building there in St Leonard's.
It certainly is. Right, now we'll come to lot 7011 at Ramsgate. Right, I'm very eager to come to this one.
You are.
I don't know why, but
clearly like the look of this one.
Yeah, well, I do. Yeah.
So we've got a freehold block of flats for investment. Guide price of 440,000. Number 11, Ramsgate Road in Broadstairs. Currently arranged as 3 flats. Currently let, as I say, bringing in a touch under £18,500 per annum. So great investment there, and maybe that could be enhanced further in the future.
Super. Right, lot 71 then. We've got some land and industrial estate.
Yeah, this is another one for Thurrock Council. We had something similar a couple of auctions back for Thurrock Council, which was industrial land next to the Thames. This one, very similar, on an industrial estate just outside of Purfleet in South Ockenden. It's currently got a rental income of £28,800 for a couple of the units, but got guide price here of 1.75 to £2 million. Now that may sound a lot, but when I tell you it's just over 10 acres, or approximately 10 acres, and there's some open land, vacant land there. The last parcel we had that was similar for Thurrock Council sold for 5.4 million. Cool. So a nice little record for an online auction outside of London, that one was. So let's see if we can break it this time.
It sounds like a bargain, doesn't it? So if you get it anywhere near that. Right, lot 72, then we've got a bit more land.
Yeah, freehold land. It's in Austell. Again, it's currently split over two parts. We mentioned earlier there's one was a disused quarry. This is actually a second part to that, so lot 72. It's a adjoining parcel of land. All will become clear when you have a look at the website and the plan that's in the auction catalogue and on the websites. A guide price here of £27,500. But yeah, that's the freehold land. Yeah.
Superb. Right, lot 73 then. One railway cots.
Yeah, railway cottages in Yapton, Arundel. Arundel is West Sussex, lovely part of the world. When you drive along the A27 on the way to Goodwood or something like that, it's
Arundel with the castle.
With the big castle.
And
looks
in
nice.
Arundel, well, I went to a shop there and I like Scotch eggs. But I like
you love Scotch eggs.
I like Scotch
eggs.
eggs.
A lot about
but I like chocolate Scotch eggs even better.
I've never heard of chocolate.
What they
Scotch
do, there's a shop in there. It is absolutely incredible. They have this flaky truffle chocolate and inside is a cream egg. Oh my! I've never had anything nicer in my life.
That sounds amazing.
Absolutely beautiful.
I'm going next time you pass it, pick me one up.
I would purchase this just for that. Just to go there.
So guide price at 220,000. Got our first bidder. That's great. Let's move on. Next we have a freehold investment property or development potential or refurbishment. And this is lot number 74. Guide price of £210,000 to £230,000. Holdenhurst Road in Bournemouth. So it's got currently let and producing £14,000 per annum. Yeah, there's a great potential that you could look to enhance that or develop that further.
Fantastic. Right, lot 75 then, 79 High Street.
Yeah, it's a vacant shop with a masonette for improvement. So you've got the ground floor, former gun shop on the, obviously on the ground floor, and then upper parts which may create residential accommodation.
Excellent. Right,
in fact, it does create residential accommodation because there's a two-bedroom masonette.
Perfect. Right, lot 76 then, 162 Hartnett Street.
Hartnett Street in Maidstone, yeah, vacant land with vehicular access. Guide price at just £20,000 to £25,000. Just over 0.1 of an acre. But yeah, you see on the website there's more information there and a plan giving you a bit more information about the location of that parcel of land.
Brilliant. Right, the last one in this little section, lot 77, 98 Goodwin Avenue.
Yeah, cracking auction lot as well. Detached house refurbishment. Someone could really put their own stamp on this. Goodwin Avenue in Whitstable. Guide price £400,000. Our joint auctioneers Kimber Estates brought this one to us. But yeah, so you look at the photographs for that. It's got blank canvas written all over it.
It certainly does. Right now, we've got a guest coming in shortly. They're not with us just yet, but before actually, because we were running a little bit ahead of schedule, we didn't get a chance to have a look at your 5 golden rules video again. So I think, I don't know about you, but I think we should play it again and have a look at the 5 golden rules.
I think we should get someone else to record this. People are going to be sick of the sight, aren't they?
No, they're not. It's really good. 5 golden rules of bidding from Paul.
Hello, I'm Paul from Clive Emson Property Auctioneers. I'm one of the auctioneers with the company, and we want to give you some tips on how to buy property at auction. The 5 golden rules to buying at auction. We're in the beautiful mid-Essex village of Turlin. An example of one of the properties we've got in their current auction, the beautiful chapel here in Turlin, and we want to give you, as I say, a few tips on how to buy at auction, which should be the most open, transparent and fun way of buying land or property. So come inside and we'll give you some tips. Okay, so you found the area that you want to buy in. You've done all your research into areas and what you want to do with the property when you've actually purchased. So you see a property in the auction catalogue or online, and you say, that's the one for me. I really want to go and buy that property. Here's the 5 tips we should recommend you should be following if you want to buy a property at auction. Firstly, get all the property details. Download it from the internet, look at it online, and go and view the property. Inspect the property is a big important thing you need to do. You see a lot of people on Homes Under the Hammer who buy something and have never seen the property. Very risky. I would always recommend you in person go and look at the property if you can. Second point is the legals. Always download the legal pack, get your own legal advice on that legal pack. Get your solicitor to look at the pack, either send it to them or they can download it from our website also. Because really, that is everything you need to know about the property, and like I say, it's the most open and transparent way of buying a property. So everything about the property will be in that legal pack for you to have a look at. Next thing, do you need a survey? Do you need it for finance purposes? Do you need it for your own peace of mind? If so, then obviously you need to organise that survey before you come along to the auction to bid. So that is a really important point. You may not need a survey. You may be comfortable looking at the property yourself, have people you know who are comfortable looking at the property and can give you advice on it. But if you need a survey or you want peace of mind, do it before the auction. Because after the hammer's gone down on the day of the auction, you've exchanged contracts. You're legally bound to purchase that property. So if you then go and get a survey and you don't like the report that comes back, you're legally bound to still purchase that property and you've paid your 10% deposit. Fourth point is knowing the costs. Know the costs of what you're going to be involved with. Is it just the purchase price? There's also an auction administration charge, which is on a sliding scale depending on the price you purchase at. All the information will be available on the addendum and is available on our website and the catalogue also. So look into that. Also in the special conditions, which are in the legal pack, you will need to look at if there are any additional costs that you need to pay towards the purchase. Sometimes there are costs in there, so yeah, just have a look at that. That's quite an important point. But also in terms of knowing your own costs, what do you need to spend in terms of doing the property up, additional research work, anything that you might need to do to get to the end product that you actually want to end up with. As I say, so know those costs, work it all out, and be quite thorough and have a bit of flexibility in your budget too. The last thing really is to register for the auction. Our auctions are still online at present, so what you need to do is go to our website, click the register to bid button and follow the links through to and fill in all the information, including your identification documents, your credit or debit card details, your solicitor's details, and build your profile on the bidding platform. Last thing, auction day. Don't panic. Stick within your means, know what you want to pay, and as I say, really you just need to then follow the process and see it through to the counter down to getting to zero, or that hammer falling. And at that point, you know you've purchased the property. And the one thing to remember is if you are the successful bidder, you've never overpaid for a property at auction. Unlike informal tenders or on the market, you don't know what other people have bid. At auction, it's open, it's transparent. You can see what the underbidder's paid. And if you are the successful bidder, you know you've got it for one bid more than the underbidder. So congratulations at that point. Well done. You're the new owner of a land or property. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions at any point during the process, best thing to do is give us a call, and we'll be only too pleased to talk you through the process a bit further and answer any questions you've got. Thank you.
We should be back. There we are back. Yes, crisis averted. There we go. That was your 5 golden rules of bidding there. Now I am delighted to say we have our next guest, Kevin Gilbert. He's waiting in the wings. He's ready to come in. So let's bring him in. Let's not keep him waiting anymore. Here he is.
Mr. Gilbert.
Good afternoon.
How are we doing? All right?
On a very warm and sunny day.
Indeed it is, yes, yeah. No, as I say, thanks ever so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
We've got something rather special to show people, haven't we?
Well, we love the unusual and the unique, and this one is certainly a little bit unusual. So, yeah, it's a great auction lot.
I love the phrase unique because it always reminds me of a Murray Walker story when he said he said Ayrton Senna's car is absolutely unique except for the one being driven by his teammate, which is absolutely identical. A brilliant Murrayism. But no, as I say, yeah, tell us a little bit about what we're about to see. Not all of what we're about to see, and
There's a clue there.
A bit of a clue, yeah.
Indeed.
And then we'll show the video, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it, if you like.
Pleasure. Okay, so this is lot 109 in the current auction. It's the Sunglen Naturist Club, out just on the sort of southwest of Ashford, a few miles outside, and it's about a 3 acre wooded site with some outbuildings that are a little bit down at heel. Is that enough of a whetting the appetite for everyone?
It's whet my appetite. I want to see this now. Let's play the video.
So here we are. We're just outside a little village called Betherston, on the southwestern side of Ashford in Kent. It's a 3 acre site, part of a bluebell woodland known as Lamberton Wood. So this site extends to about 3 acres, and although we have had woodland, and we probably will have woodland in the future, this one is a little bit unusual because it is known as the Sunglen Naturist Club. So it's a 3 acre site, predominantly wooded, but it has a stream running through the site, as you can see here, and in its heyday it was very popular. We sold it back in 2005, and the then sellers said that it had been used as a club for some 45 years previous. Now it's a little bit down at heel, but it does offer fantastic opportunity for somebody who's got a bit of imagination. So this is the former swimming pool, and then as we go around this corner, still fairly wooded, but we come up into a clearing, and which you can see the clearing in front of us here, and the building which is over on the right hand side, that used to be the old clubhouse. A little bit down at heel today, but this would have been the clearing for sunbathing when we have sun in England, and there's one of the outbuildings. So it's coming up for sale in our 28th of July auction, and it's got a guide price of 90 to 100,000. So somebody with a bit of imagination might be able to do something rather interesting with the site. There could even be the potential for something else on the site, perhaps residential, but that would be subject to all the necessary consents being obtainable. So as I say, it's a 3 acre site, various buildings on site, all of which are in a state of disrepair, but it is a bit of a haven for wildlife, bird watching, sunbathing, and good luck.
Hello.
So
There you are. You're back.
I'm back. So there you have it. Well, as I said in that short clip, we sold it back in 2005 for the then I think the last few remaining members of the actual club, of the Sunglen Club, and at the time they advised that it had been running as a club for some 45 years, but I think it could do with a new lease of life and a new owner to put on their stamp, whatever they're going to do with it. And it's, it is a lovely site, and with the weather like we have today, I mean, it really does come into the world of its own. It's a nice site.
Well, it is, and when the sun shines in this country, there's nowhere better to go in the world, is there? Let's be honest. And
yes, whilst wearing a hat and sun cream.
And your sun cream, yes, very well covered too. Well done, Mr. Cautious. Good, well done. On this one, we've got a guide price of £90,000 to £100,000, which seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, the owner was very sensible in the price. Obviously, most sellers always are looking for the extra mile, but it's been put in, we think, at a sensible figure, and hopefully it will do well. Already had a few phone calls about the site, and it will be interesting to see what price it sells for and what the eventual site is used for as well.
Well, that's it. I mean, I know it's not quite homes under the hammer, but it'd be great to sort of do one of those features where you go back to it in 6 months' time and see what they decided to do.
Yeah, and I mean, we see many properties in their unfinished condition, shall we say? But very rarely do we get the opportunity to actually go back and see them once they're done, unless, of course, you're an avid watcher of Homes Under the Hammer, and in which case we're far too busy to do that. So
we do see you on there a lot, Kev, let's be honest. we do watch just for you on there.
Well, quite right.
Yeah, Kevin and I've got a bit of a running joke, I've got to be honest, that when we first opened the office here in Essex 7 years ago, we had a picture of Kevin on the wall. Because he was a big supporter of what we were doing over here, and he'd quite often say, Paul, he'd be on the phone, Paul, I've got another one for you to go and see in Southend, I've got another one for you to go and see, and he regularly passed lots and leads over to us, so we always put a little picture on the wall, Kevin, but that mantle slipped a little bit at the moment, Kev, so we need to get that picture out again.
Well, apparently, the reason why you took the picture down is that somebody walked into your office in Essex and said, "Oh my word, has Kev died?" So apparently, no, I'm still alive and kicking, and that was the reason why you took the photo down. So yeah, no.
No, still alive and kicking.
I am still alive and kicking, yeah, and still enjoying the job, which is the main part.
That's it, yeah, because it is a brilliant job, let's be honest.
It is. Best job in the world.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like that, let's be honest, yeah. I think Boris Johnson said that the other day. I think the best job in the world. I think I'd argue with that a little bit.
Definitely.
But no, I think what we do is brilliant. So, and yeah, obviously we've sort of had a bit of a laugh about what it is and about you. But tell us a bit about the location as well. Because I say, it's quite a cool location.
Yeah, I mean, it's rural without being sort of isolated, really. It's literally just on the outskirts of a little village called Bethersden, which lies sort of on the southwest side of Ashford. And you've got the main sort of A28 trunk road, which runs from really Ashford to Tenterden, so that people get their bearings, and it's just off of that road. But then when you get into Ashford, of course, you've got Junction 9, which it leads straight up to, and it's just a few miles outside of Ashford. So for somebody who is looking for, quick access to the motorway, it's reasonably quick. Obviously, it depends on traffic, but Ashford is a growing town these days. There may even be some long-term future for the site to put a residential dwelling on it. But that, as we often say, that would be subject to all the necessary consents being obtainable. Maybe even use the footprint of the existing buildings as your starting block. Because there are three buildings there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, what a lovely plot as well it would be to have as gardens and grounds. It would be lovely.
Be lovely, absolutely lovely. But I wish whoever bids for it and whoever fancies the lot 109, plug that bid again. But whoever fancies having a bid for it, good luck, and I hope you're successful.
No, that's it. Well, you put a face to the name, and we've dispelled the myth that you are still with us, which is good. Tell us a bit about yourself, with the company and the office you work at, and how long you've been around. That sounds rude. How long you've been with the company, and the things you've seen over the years.
Oh, blimey!
These are the bits that people have to see.
Well, I started my auctioneering career for a general firm of auctioneers, and we sold absolutely anything and everything, ranging from livestock to farm machinery, contractors' plant, antiques and fine arts, cars and commercials, and I got involved with quite a lot of it. Hay and straw, milk quota, when milk quota was the big thing. And I was there for 14, 15 years. But actually my love really is buildings and architecture. And I was asked to go and join an independent firm of estate agents as their auctioneer. And I was there for 10 years. And then I joined Clive Emson Auctioneers in February 2004 as director, and predominantly looking after properties in East Kent, but Kent in general with my colleagues. That's my sort of that's my history. So, but grew up in the world of auctions because my father was heavily involved in auctions because he was an antique dealer. So I went to auctions from a very early age.
I'm sure you're like me, Kevin, that you can't pass the village hall where the scouts are putting on a charity auction without popping your head in and just have a look in here.
It's often the charity shops, really, to be honest. But my days in the antique world are long gone. But it's always interesting, and architecture as well. I mean, I love architecture, and you've only I always sort of say to people, if you're going to sort of a Victorian town, particularly in Kent, we've got Ramsgate and we've got Margate. Don't look down, look up, because some of the best architecture is actually above your natural eye line. And of course,
I think that's true. Sorry.
As I say, in my humble opinion, one of the best architects this country has ever seen is Augustus Pugin, who just happens to have had his home in Ramsgate. So if anyone's listening and is interested, log on and just see Pugin's house, which is called the Grange in Ramsgate. It's a fascinating property.
I think you're absolutely right, though, in the fact that when you go to a lot of the Victorian seaside towns around the country, whether it be Clacton or Brighton or Ramsgate, or wherever it might be, a lot of the property that on the sort of first impressions, they all look the same. But then, like I say, when you start looking up and start looking at the detail, some of the buildings are beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely right. And every building has got something that's a little bit unique to that particular building, whether it's a gargoyle or whether it's a other ornate features. Fireplaces are often something that I find fascinating. I love architecture
and we've been saying
history.
And history. That just sort of marries exactly with what we were talking about earlier, is the fact that some of the buildings that we get come through the auctions, whether they be churches or chapels, water towers, they make fantastic architectural pieces, and they can be converted into some stunning buildings, some stunning accommodation.
Yeah, they can. And in fact, the architect that I mentioned earlier, Augustus Pugin, I mean, he's well known for his ecclesiastical buildings, but he's also attributed to the Houses of Parliament and the throne chair. So he's one to look up if anyone is interested in architecture history. He is nicknamed the God of Gothic because he was the person really and truly that sparked the Gothic revival back in the Victorian times. But if you get a chance, I'm going to give a little plug now to Pugin's house in Ramsgate. If you get a chance to go, it's only open twice a year, and I think the next time it's open is in September. It's only open for 3 days, I think, and it's owned by the Landmark Trust. So it's a bit of a plug for them. I don't get anything out of it. I don't get free tickets, but it's definitely worth going to have a look. It may not be your taste, but I think anyone that's interested in architecture, design, will appreciate just the vastness of that man's skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're heading down to Ramsgate, especially later today and this week, have an ice cream for me.
Will do. Are you buying them, Paul? Or is that Ian?
It's Paul.
There you go.
Excellent. Very good.
There's a tenner.
Yeah, it's in the post.
These days, we probably need 20.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks ever so much for joining us, Kevin.
No problem at all. Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I could sit and listen to Kevin talk about days. He's
Do
brilliant.
you know what?
He's
We've had a history lesson.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot more about architecture, which I didn't know about before. That doesn't change it from the fact that we've still got a lot of lots to get through.
Have,
Sorry,
yes.
so let's go straight into. We've got to go to lot 78.
78.
Now, haven't we? So let's get cracking with that. What have we got for 78?
Yeah, we've got a vacant leasehold flat for refurbishment, guide price of £160,000, but in Lower Edmonton. It's my patch, Tottenham, like that one.
Okay, there we go. Lot 79 then, we've got some land at Desmond Crescent.
Yeah, Desmond Crescent, Canterbury Road in Faversham, home of Shepherd Knee Breweries, and you've got freehold parcel of land there. Guide price is £10,000 to £12,000.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Lot 80 then. Let's move on to 194 Canterbury Street.
Yeah, 194 Canterbury Street in Gillingham is a house for improvement. Really interesting looking little house, this one. Guide price of 140 to 145,000. Thank you to Caxtons again for their continued support of Clive Emson Auctioneers as well.
Now we're going back to the residences that we've been here before.
We do,
Now
yes.
we've got another flat 3.
Yeah, this one we have a one-bedroom flat here for investment. Guide price at 70 to £75,000. John and Kevin have been involved with this one. So again, you saw John last time. We had a great property at the last auction that sold really, really well. Went for over $1 million, and obviously we just seen Kevin as well. And they're currently let at £5,400 per annum.
Fantastic. Lot 82. This sounds lovely. Chestnut Villa.
Chestnut Villa, yes, yeah. This one is. It was described to me as a perfect auction lot, so let's hope that follows through with a 3-bedroom house for improvements, red brick cottage, bay window downstairs as well, vacant possession, freehold, guide price £220 to £240. Yeah, it looks like that one will be getting good interest all day long.
That's going to get snapped up quickly, isn't it? Right, lot 83 then is another garage.
Single lock-up garage in Dartford, guide price of £9 to £10,000. Freehold garage, vacant.
Perfect. Right, lot 84 then. We've got some more land.
Yeah, more land with planning for 18 homes this time. So guide price of 1.5 to 1.6 million, all the way in Swanley. Again, if you have a look at the website, cliveemson.co.uk, lot number 84, you'll be able to see all the plans and artist impressions as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, remember there's a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. You don't have to type it out. It'll take you straight through to the Clive Emson Auctioneers website. Right, lot 85 then.
Yeah, freehold ground rents, guide price £12,000 to £15,000, Twyford Avenue in Portsmouth. This one currently bringing in £840 per annum. Ground rent investment there. And Kevin is the one who is an absolute expert. I mean, he loves his detail, and the Landlord and Tenant Act he absolutely loves. So if you've ever got any questions, you're a bit stuck, give Kevin a call. He'll love me telling you that.
He's the man. Right, lot 86 in 17 St Nicholas Street.
Yeah, St Nicholas Street in Bristol, previously let at £8,700 per annum. You've got a studio apartment there with a guide price of £115,000 plus.
Brilliant. Right, lot 87 then, we've got some more land.
Yeah, lot 87 is land to the rear of Selhurst Road, 231F Selhurst Road in London SE25. So not far from the Norwood Station and shopping. But it's 60 to £70,000. Actually, the former garden of the residents there. If you're able to secure access, then that could be a nice little site.
It certainly could. Right, we're going to go all the way up to lot 99.
Yeah,
so here we are, lot 88, flat 3, the Lodge.
Yeah, flat 3, the Lodge, Salt Drive in Broadstairs, Kent. Again, nice looking building. We've got flat 3 here. Freehold with vacant possession. So you've got a large 2-bedroom flat and freehold as well.
Perfect. Lot 89 in 9 to 11 Risborough Lane.
Yes, this time we've got 5 self-contained flats for investments with planning permission for a 6th flat, so you can enhance what you've got there further. So it's in Folkestone. You've got a currently let figure of £36,000 per annum. Guide price at £640,000. More information, more photographs, plans, all that sort of thing on the website. Please do have a look.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? So lot 90, as does this one. 25 to 27 Coinage Hall Street.
Yeah, in Helston, Cornwall.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Previously let here, so not currently let, but previously let at £26,000 per annum. You've got a substantial property in the town centre there. Guide price 250 to 275.
And talking of pretty, another one coming out, Lot 91 Snakesbury Cottage.
Yeah, beautiful looking place, isn't it? Yeah, proper English countryside.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah. So
do you get the little car there on the left? Is that like a little kid's car?
About the equivalent of my racing level, I think we'll call it that. So yeah, I said it. Yes, many will agree. But yeah, Lot 91, so protected statutory tenant again. So we've had a couple of these already. But yeah, beautiful looking property. This. So a bit of information in the details. Please do log on to the website and have a look. So there's more photographs, more plans, and some further information you just need to check out on that one.
Fantastic. Let's keep going and show to Lot 92, 18 Albert Street.
18 Albert Street in Ramsgate, Kevin was talking about earlier. So we've got a 4-storey house with sea views down the road there towards the sea. Beautiful on a day like today when you look out to the blue sea, blue skies, just blue all around. So yeah, we've got a 4-storey property there, vacant possession, freehold property. Guide price 220,000.
Superb. Lot 93 then, land and garages.
Land and garages, guide price this time of 58,000 to 60,000 pounds. 5 lock-up garages, in fact, and the land in front of, just over a tenth of an acre.
Brilliant. More land coming up as well in Lot 94.
Yeah, we've got a land with dilapidated buildings as well in Edgar Road, Dover. Guide price of £50,000. Right away. For all purposes, including the use of a motor vehicle, just under a quarter of an acre in total.
Nice. Sticking with the land theme, more here at Parksfield.
Some great development opportunities around this time, and this is no exception. Guide price of £150,000. We've got land on the west side of Paxfield Lane in Wootton Bridge, right on the Isle of Wight. There's potential there to create something quite special. I think you've got outline planning, and all the plans, the information on that one will be on the website.
Fantastic. Let's move on then to Lot 96, 289 Upper Grosvenor Road.
Upper Grosvenor Road, Tunbridge Wells, always a popular location. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So on behalf of instructions on behalf of the executors for this one, we have a detached house requiring complete refurbishment. Guide price at £300,000 to £310,000. Thanks again to our joint auctioneers there, Wood and Pilcher.
Fantastic. We're going to skip 97,
we've
already done that. That was one of our feature lots, but Lot 98 then, and we've got some more garages.
Block of 8 garages, yes, plus parking to the front, and potential to perhaps create something more as well. So guide price at £55,000 to £60,000. These garages are in Alexandra Road in Yeovil. Currently let at £5,124. Plus, you've got 2 vacant garages, so there's potential further income there to come.
Great. Lot 90, we are going to go up to 100 actually, because then it ends our folder quite nicely here. So let's go to Lot 99, 85 Canterbury Road, ground rents.
Yeah, freehold ground rents, as we've discussed, 85 Canterbury Road, currently bringing in £150 per annum. Got a guide price of £6,000 to £6,500.
And Lot 100, 91 Newhouse Lane.
91 Newhouse Lane in Northfleet, Gravesend. A freehold statutory investment again. Currently let, bringing in £7,560 per annum. Appointment on behalf of the trustees. Nice looking property again there.
Fantastic. Right, we are going to come to the final lot images in a little bit. We're 100 not out so far. I've got 119 in total, actually.
We have indeed, yes.
Extra one at the end, don't you, which is good. And that's what we like to see. Now, I've got a question for you. It's something we need to talk about. Why buy at auction, Paul?
Well, as you've seen, there's some great lots that come up at auction. And it's not just your standard houses. Yes, we do get standard houses, properties in great condition. That's been said many times and been proven. With the photographs and videos we've shown. As I say, sometimes we get properties at auction that come up and they haven't been available on the open market. So quite often we get properties, like I say, for Thurrock Council, for these trustees, that aren't going to make the open market with estate agents. They're coming straight to auction. So it's a great way of people finding properties that aren't necessarily going to be on the open market. And that's why auctions have been so popular with the Homes Under the Hammer, the programs that have been on for many, many years. There's always a clamour of demand for more, because people enjoy watching it and then enjoy it. And auctions have been great on telly because they put auctions in people's front room. People now understand it far more than they ever did. They understand the legalities of it, what they need to do, how to get prepared. And for people who've got more faith in bricks and mortar than any other kind of investment, it's a great way of getting involved. People always ask me. In fact, we had a question pop up earlier. Do I have to be a cash buyer to buy at auction? Now, it helps, but I'm not going to say any property you can't get finance. The banks, the building societies, the high street lenders are much more switched on to people buying at auction nowadays, and can turn it round a lot quicker for people to be able in a position to get their finance to come to auction to buy.
I've heard about this actually, that the market changes all the time, but actually at the minute lenders are actually giving better rates for people who are looking to maybe develop a property or buy something that needs a bit of work or something like that. So the option is there.
Oh, it is, yeah. Like I said, you need to shop around. You need to obviously take your own advice. We're not financial advisors. We can't advise you on it. But there are people who are buying with finance all the time at auction. So no, you don't just need to be a cash buyer. There are options out there. And another question we had pop up as well was, tell me more about legal packs. Now, as I say, legal packs it's vital information. It's made up of everything you want to know about the property you're going to be purchasing. So nothing's hidden. It's all there for you to see. So it just requires you to have a look at it. But instead of that, I would actually recommend that people actually take their own legal advice. I mean, we mentioned it on the 5 Golden Rules video, but take your own legal advice. Give that legal pack to your solicitor. Ask them to check it all out for you. They can advise you anything you might want to take a view on, or it might change your mind, might alter your bidding thoughts, or what you want to pay for the property. And as I say, you really need to just do your homework. And as long as you do your research, do your homework, you're not going to be caught out at auction, because it's open, it's transparent. It should be the best way and the best experience people ever have of buying a property.
Fantastic.
And the auction itself is exciting. Let's be honest.
It's a show.
It is a show, yeah. And it's a shame we're not in the auction room at the moment. But as I say, this is the next best thing with the online auction.
We need to have a little gamble. Next time, every time we go through a lot, we should.
You're going to get sick of it.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe for the first 100 lots, that's quite hard.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I'll get your own gamble for next time. But no, as I say, I mean, people, say, what should I be looking to buy? But that isn't really for us to tell people, because as we've said, there's so many different sorts of property out there. You've got to really understand what you want from it. Are you looking to build a rental portfolio? Are you looking for something to convert? Are you looking for a new build project? All these sort of things. You need to understand what you want out of it, so you can identify the lots that are going to suit you. We've talked about funding. Don't necessarily think that you've got to be a cash buyer. You've got to know what you can do yourself, in terms of work-wise. Can you fit that kitchen? Can you fit that bathroom? Do you need someone to come put new windows in, the heating system, all that sort of thing? Understand your limitations, because that's where people can get caught out. They think, I can do that. Or my mate's brother can do that.
Can you rewire a house?
Yeah, that's it. He's watched a tutorial video on YouTube or something. But it's one of those things that you really got to understand what you can do yourself and know you can afford to do it, because it gets quite serious quite quickly. I mean, that's the thing with auctions is on the day of the auction, you've got the excitement, the build-up, you go through the process, the hammer comes down, or the clock gets to zero, as it does with the online auctions, and you've exchanged contracts. You're legally bound to purchase that property. You pay a 10% deposit, and you've got to come up with the rest of the money within 4 weeks. So you've got to know you've got that facility, whether it be the finance, the ability to proceed in terms of paying that money straight away. You've really got to, like I say, it's all about doing your research and being prepared.
Okay.
And from that point of thing, you'll never get caught out if you've done the research and really understood what it is you're buying, because all the information is there for people to see. You can go and view the properties. You can take your friend who's a builder to give you advice. You can get surveys done. All these things you can do. I mean, the one big thing I always say to people is, but what if I overpay at auction? Well, you can't overpay at auction, because what you've got to understand is if you buy a property for one bid more than someone else, how can that be overpaying?
Yeah.
Because you're in line with the market. Someone's bid £500 less than you. So if you're the top bidder and you've got the comfort of knowing someone was in it,
you're in that bracket.
The right
market
price.
dictates.
Exactly. Yeah. It's worth what someone's prepared to pay for it.
Yeah. Right. Fantastic stuff. That is why you should buy at auction. Now, talking of buying at auction, we still have lots 101 to 119 to go, haven't we? So let's get straight into it, shall we? Lot 101. What do we have?
So we have what looks like a garden ground, but it's got planning permission for a detached house with garage, and you've got great views from the site, overlooking fields to the rear as well. Again, have a look more detail on the website. There's elevations, there's photographs of the view, and that sort of thing as well. But this is a parcel of land in Limage in Folkestone, Kent. Guide price 220 to 230, but really nice location.
It is, yeah. Even on the image, you can actually see the view quite
yes,
nicely.
Yes, you can, yeah.
Lot 102 is 109 Mount Ambrose.
Yeah, bay fronted house for improvement. Nice stone building, this one. Semi-detached house. Yeah, nice looking building. Vacant property with freehold title. Guide price of £175,000. Nice looking house. Always like those sort of bay fronted houses.
Yeah, very nice. Certainly. Right, lot 103, and we have some more land. I believe.
More land, yes. Another parcel of land. Yeah, you can see it on the plan there. Guide price of £6,000 to £8,000. Freehold parcel of land. On behalf of the trustees, I say just a nice little parcel of £6,000 to £8,000. Credit card money.
Absolutely. Are we skipping 104, I believe? Or
104? Well, 104 we were going to feature, but unfortunately John's away. He's off on holiday, I think. So, but it's a property.
Let's show it on screen anyway.
Yeah,
we'll show the image. Lot 104 here, 2 Austin Avenue.
Yeah, so what it is, it's a property that's ground and first floor level, but it's a detached house with fantastic panoramic views from the first floor level. If you go on the website, you'll be able to see far more photographs of the view. And there may be the possibility you could demolish, rebuild something else there, and in line with what you want.
A nice big old hotel.
A big old hotel. No object to that. But again, subject to all the necessary consents, of course. Then you may be able to get a replacement dwelling there, and it really enhance that view.
Superb. Right, lot 105.
105 is a vacant commercial premises with potential. So you've got Bow Street in Langport, Somerset. Guide price of just £65,000. So great potential there to maybe create something else.
Lot 106. Flat 6, the residences.
Yeah, we're back again.
We're back here again.
Yeah, so we've got a third floor flat, 2 bedrooms. This one's currently let as well, £7,200 per annum. For another flat for investment, £80,000 to £85,000 guide price.
A lot in there, isn't there? 107 now.
107.
Here.
Yep, land with planning again. So we've got 2 dwellings. We're planning for 2 new dwellings in Wealdon Town. So we're at Cranbrook, 31 Stone Street, or land to the rear of, should I say.
So we're looking at the plans.
Yeah, that's right. That's the front elevation for the 2 houses. Guide price of 155 to 160. All the information on the planning and plans there will be on our website.
Superb. Lot 108, flat 2, Ward Court.
Ward Court, yes, we've got a vacant ground floor flat for investment or occupation. As we were saying, it's not only people looking at property for investment purposes. Quite often we get people who are looking for their own family home or own residence too. So quite often people are buying for their own homes. Guide price of just £90,000 to £100,000. Hayling Island in Hampshire. Seafront kind of gives an idea as to where it is really. Nice looking little flat inside that one.
We're going to jump straight to lot 110 because 109 is our naturist camp. Lot 110 is some more land, Rossway.
Freehold site with planning permission, industrial units this time. So there's it seems to be a real clamour for commercial property at the moment. Whether it be town centre, out of town, or like this industrial units. So they're really really popular at the moment. So we've got a guide price here at £280,000 to £290,000.
Fantastic. Lot 111. We've got some more land.
We have more land, yes. Bit of not quite land as we know it though. It's an access road,
Right.
but I use the word "but" quite pensively there. It's a freehold parcel of land which extends all the way along the properties that run along Nayland Road in Colchester, and the access road gives access to people's garages and that sort of thing. But what it may also do is open up access to someone to convert a garden to create another property. So if someone were to buy it, they may be able to then open up part of their garden to create another dwelling.
Fantastic. Good stuff.
Again,
right.
as we've said before, subject to all the necessary consents.
No, but there's options. If you can make it work.
That's right. Guys price of £5,000 to £10,000. It might be someone that just take a punt on that. Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, lots 112. We've got some more land.
Yes, this one's actually been sold prior. So not something that usually comes through at this early stage, but been sold prior to auction. So one that we can't be offering anymore.
Okay, so lots. Let's move on from that then. Now, lot 113, 77 Rushley Dale.
Rushley Dale in Chelmsford, North Springfield in Chelmsford, a popular area of Chelmsford. In fact, where I grew up. So it's I don't say that. No, not that house. I don't say that adds value to it. The fact that I grew up around there. But
that's another note.
Well, that's it. Yeah. It's an end terrace house, a 2-bedroom end terrace house, but it's got planning permission to extend the existing dwelling to create 3 bedrooms, extend at the back as well, to make a nice kitchen diner, and an additional property on the side. So you're getting two for the price of one, effectively.
Super. Yeah. Right, lot 114, Reef Cottage.
Reef Cottage, yeah. Again, Notts Yard in Whitstable. 3-bedroom house, where town centre location with parking. Guide price at £380,000. It's a nice looking property.
Yeah, this isn't it? Yeah. Right, it's lot 115, and we've got ground floor and basement at 128 King Street.
2 flats for completion, so they've been partially started. So you've got ground floor and basement at King Street, Ramsgate. Guide price 175 to 185. You can see on the website photographs of the work that's been started. Ideal project for someone to finish that one off.
Perfect. Lot 116 and 18 Prospect Place.
Prospect Place in Canterbury. So we've got instructions from the executors on this one. So you've got a freehold city property arranged as 2 flats plus garage and further potential perhaps. Guide price is £350,000 to £360,000. And thank you to Finns, who are joint auctioneers on that one, who regularly pass instructions through. Sorry if I've not mentioned someone who is a joint auctioneer, because, as I say, we couldn't do the work we do without your support as well. So thank you.
This is interesting. Lot 117. I assume this is a Park Dean Resort, of course,
is.
a well-known holiday company, of course.
We've sold a few of these over the last couple of years, and it's a 2-bedroom chalet. It's got a 50-year lease expiring in 2065, so there is a good few holidays yet. Guide price at £17,500 plus. So yeah, 2-bedroom chalet. They've been really popular. In fact, the first one we got was during the start of the pandemic, and when we got instructions on it, the phone went crazy because everybody thought, well, it's somewhere we can go outdoors and still holiday in this country. So they became really, really popular.
Yeah, I think that will be popular as well. Right, lot 118, garages 3, 4, 5 and 6.
Yes, indeed. To the rear of Elson Road in Elson Gosport, with 4 dilapidated garages. So need a bit of work doing. Guide price of £30,000.
Perfect. And our final
lot,
119.
119. 44A Gainsford Road in Southampton. So a late one that came in there. It's a 2-bedroom flat for improvement. Guide price is just £70,000. It looks a great lot to finish the auction with.
It certainly does. Well, we've gone through them all. Can you believe that?
I know, it's been a roller coaster ride, hasn't it?
It's been a roller coaster. It's been emotional. That is every single lot, all 190. Well, actually 118.
118 was sold, right? Yeah.
And then before, I've had a really good time. As we said before, if you are interested in finding out any more of any of the lots that you've seen today, or you want to access the legal packs, you want to speak to these guys over here, then please do. There's a link in the body of this broadcast that'll take you straight through to the Clive Emson website. Give it a click. Or
give us a call
on
0345 8500 please do give us a call. We're a friendly bunch. We're only too pleased to talk to you about any of the lots we've got coming up, or if you're looking to sell a property or a parcel of land or a garage, we could sell you in. Or a water tower, yes,
or a fort,
or a fort, or a naturist camp. We'll move on. But yeah, no, please do get in touch. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear your reaction to the show today. We'd like to speak to you about any lots you want to place with us in future. But in the short term, if there's anything you want to know about any of the lots we've covered today or coming up in future, please do give us a call. We'll be only too pleased to talk you through it.
And this auction ends the 28th of July.
That's right, yeah. So the auction date finishes the 28th of July. They go live, lot one. Lot one will finish at 11 o'clock on the 28th. Bidding will open 2 days prior to that on the 26th, Tuesday the 26th of July. So you'll be able to bid on all the lots from then. And then they'll start to end on the 28th, which is the Thursday, from 11 o'clock with lot one. Lot number 2 finishes at 3 minutes past 11. And then keep going and going and going until we get through to lot 119.
Superb. Right, I don't know about you, but I'm going to take Kevin's advice. I'm off to Ramsgate and I'm going to go sunbathe. What about you, Paul? You going to come join me?
I'll go and get an ice cream.
Right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.
Thanks again.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.